Leo's Legion, CFL Week 11 is now in the books, and let's talk about the number 3. First of all, I've got 3 points. 300 plus yards in net offense, a third string quarterback, and now a third loss on the season, 7-3. They say bad things come in threes. Well, I got one more 3-letter question. WTF? Let's answer it with the bros now. Leo's Legion, they say bad things come in threes. Well, here's a good thing that comes in threes. Greg, Arthur, Roland, your 3 down bros. Tell you what, we've been tossing this around during the game, the 3 of us, and we came up with about 3 areas that contributed to this third loss. Lack of a pass rush, lack of pass protection, and a suspect secondary. Are those the 3 things that contributed to this loss? What do you think, Arthur? Like I said in the beginning, WTF?
And the defense gets up 34 points to a third string quarterback. Mind you, he was the backup last year. But still, a third string quarterback. You know, maybe the Lions took him easy. I don't know, maybe. But he came on, he threw some darts, and full credit to him and the Saskatchewan receivers. They did really well. But a defense that has aspirations for a championship cannot give up 34 points. There are extenuating circumstances, like they had 4 giveaways and probably 2 short fields, but still 34 points. They almost pulled it off with a miracle finish, but you can't have a defense that does that. And it's not winning football. It's not winning football. What do you think, Roland?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I will cut them a bit of slack at least in the first half with the turnovers, and credit to Saskatchewan. They were able to capitalize on the turnovers. Short field, of course, very difficult for the defense to prevent them from scoring. But if you look at Saskatchewan's scoring drives, they were bang bang. Like, two shots and they were in. So to Dolegala was hot, like night and day from last week to this week. So maybe BC did not expect that. On the offense side, we got to be able to score early. We can't just wait until the end to score. So I think that was an area for improvement. One silver lining I could think of, if there is a silver lining from this, is that we were talking about what makes championship teams, right? Like Winnipeg has been a championship team for several years, and it's the ability to fight through adversity and still win. And we got close, we didn't win, but it's that ability to grit it out and say, yeah, we're gonna win this. And if we learned anything from this game, and if we learned a bit about what it means to fight through adversity, then that's a silver lining. Because for sure, later on in the season, maybe even in the semifinals, we might be behind, and at that point we can't just give up. We need to know that we can do it. So that's
Well, I don't think it's the fact that we gave up. I really think, and if I can stay with my number 3s, we were outworked, outcoached, and outclassed. Those guys came to play. The Lions, maybe we're in that learning curve of learning to win, but my God, I don't know how much hair to pull out here anymore, but come on. You're going into Regina. You know what Mosaic Field is like because you've been there before. Everybody in the press says what it's like. You know what it's like to go in there, so why do you gift them a short field so quick? And yeah, I mean, it's a third string quarterback. What do you need to do to a third string quarterback? Pressure, 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 pressure. And, they're going to give him the little short throws to build the confidence. Well, when you give him 20 yards, 2 short throws, they're in our end zone. Now we're down 7-0. The Mosaic faithful, as little as there are nowadays, we're getting louder. And then we come back on our kick return, which I'll talk about later, and we get smacked. That gets them even louder. We come out, okay, I think we got a field goal on that second series, but another 3. But I don't know. To me, it just rubs me the wrong way. I think we were talking about earlier, it's not been since the 2011 Grey Cup win that season after we started 0-5. We started to realize what it takes to battle through that adversity and to win. That has not continued from 11 to 23. And going in there, the players to a man should know what they need to bring. The coaches to a man should know what they need to scheme. And they should know what to adjust to should it not work when they go in there. That's what football's about. And that's what's got me so worked up, because they didn't do any of it. And they should be able to do that. If they're supposed to be a great D like they say, or their press clippings say, and they say, we don't read the press, but you waltz in there with a swagger, you couldn't back it up. I just saw a little thing somewhere on the social media world. The defensive line is now known as the wrecking crew. The only thing they wrecked was our record going in there. They had no pressure other than, I think, 1 sack.
1 sack.
1 sack on a third-string quarterback. Okay, let's just put the sacks aside. They didn't even hurry the guy. They didn't worry the guy. They didn't pressure the guy. They didn't even give him a shot within the rules after the ball was gone. They weren't under his skin. They did nothing. Nothing. And I'm going to quote somebody out there in the wonderful room that I'm allowed to be and proud to be a part of, the Let's Talk Lions room. The O-line was absolutely the no line this week. I'm vented. I'm good. What do you think, Arthur?
I mean, they needed pressure on the quarterback for sure, right? You got him comfortable. You got early success. The game, I mean, wasn't really out of reach. It was 11-point game for most of the game. And going into the second quarter, into the third quarter, then it was an 18-point game, and then BC roared back. I agree with you. You had to make Dolegala's night much more difficult. Yeah. Now, maybe we were kicking this around. Was it a scheme? Was it a fight of the D line? I mean, I remember I was talking to Roland quite a bit. I was like, second down, do we blitz? Roland goes, yeah, we're gonna blitz. And then they didn't blitz. I mean, they would go 3 or 4 man rush, and I think their secondary and then their linebackers would drop, and they were like, okay, they're daring Dolegala to beat them. And he got two second down conversions using his feet, and he threw downfield on a 2nd and 20. And then there's like other examples, I'm sure, where he, like, hey, if Coleros and Kelly torches you deep, well, these guys have they're decent quarterbacks. I mean, you got a third stringer. All respect to Dolegala, but you can't have that.
They do say
happen.
the guy's got a cannon for an arm, right? That's why Saskatchewan's kept him around. So again, let him go downfield, which they looked like they did in their game plan, right?
They did, yeah. They did. I think also, and we've seen it's not just this game. The last 3-4 games, our opponents have figured out our D line. We came out of the gate this season, roaring, racking up all these sacks, and I think they figured it out. They put in 6 O-line. They bring in another receiver to help with the blocking, and they get the ball out quickly. I think the majority of the plays, as far as I could see, Dolegala got the ball out quickly. So even if we could get there, by the time we got there, the ball's gone. So our opponents have adjusted, and maybe that's one of the things we need to do too. Because we got, how many sacks did we take this game? It's like unbelievable. So I think we need to do the same, make the same adjustments.
Well, you know how we were talking, if we go back to sacks just for a second, right? You know, okay, we got one sack because we outnumbered the offensive line, we got in there, what have you. But how many times have we heard, oh, Vernon Adams sacked, that was a coverage sack. He had nobody open. The O-line gave him 5 seconds to throw or whatever it is. He didn't have anybody open. So my question, as part of my 3-letter question, WTF, if we're only rushing 3 or 4, that means we got 7 or 8 in coverage, correct? Based on my math. He still found open guys.
Yep.
If this is supposed to be a seasoned secondary with leaders, with perennial all-stars, whatever, and all due respect to Mr. Peters, Mr. Lee, and the likes of you guys, but how does a third-string quarterback with no pressure, with more guys in coverage, still find open receivers, right? If they're covered, then that 4-man rush should be able to get to them. We had a 3-man rush get to Zach Collaros. Zach Collaros, who was behind the Winnipeg O-line in Winnipeg, where we racked up, 7 sacks that day? Maybe it was an anomaly for the Winnipeg O-line. But again, just looking at the optics and the numbers, we rushed 3, we rushed 4. We still got to Zach because he couldn't find an open guy.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think the Saskatchewan receivers, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, Leo's Legion, click on in and let us know. But I don't think the Saskatchewan receivers are that much better than the Winnipeg guys that we can't cover them.
Yeah, well, we were hot in that first Winnipeg game, but we were cold this game. And Saskatchewan, unfortunately, was hot this game. But actually, to answer your question, maybe we can jump into some of the plays, because I have queued up some of the plays, especially in the first quarter, where it seemed first quarter and a half, where we got ourselves into a hole. We'll see that, and we can see how the coverage broke down for some of these big plays. All right. So first one I have up here is our very first offensive play. It's an incomplete pass to Hatcher.
That's the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, first play from scrimmage.
And there was an obvious shove.
Yeah, there was a shove right here.
Yeah,
and
that's a shove.
The defender pulls his hands back to try to get it, but he got away with it.
Well, is that rule, I know it's in the NFL, but is that rule deemed uncatchable up here?
I don't know.
Because had he not shoved him, is that even a catchable ball?
Then it's illegal contact. It's either illegal contact or I mean, no, he's the targeted receiver, so that should be pass interference.
So does this go towards by being out-coached that should have been challenged, or did Rick make the right decision? Hey, that's the first play of the game. Am I going to waste a challenge and possibly lose a timeout 30 seconds into the game?
And we talked about that right in the game, right? And we said, should he challenge this?
But I mean, that official there's 2 officials right there. I don't know. I haven't done proper poops in our passion corner to officials because I don't think I could do that. I might get a fine, but I don't know. Was that a good decision to go downfield right off the hop?
You're not working for any of the CFL clubs, so I don't think they can fine you. They got no jurisdiction.
Okay. Then Leo's Legion, maybe we're going to start talking about the officiating. But should they try to establish? I mean, we're talking hindsight here, right? It's 2020.
Yeah.
Or staying with my numerology, 30-30. I don't know. But should they have gone downfield? Was that there? Was that pass there? That's 2 guys on Hatcher.
Yeah.
Well, one guy was behind him, and then he had support from over top. So,
I mean, that's got to be a perfectly placed ball.
And maybe, it's maybe slightly overthrown.
Yeah.
But then maybe maybe he doesn't have his top gear.
Yeah.
Did their feet get tangled up there? Because if they do, maybe that's why the officials let it go, because it's incidental contact. But I don't know. Other leagues would have still called illegal contact or something.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, hindsight, he probably should have thrown the challenge flag here, because when we threw it later, it was kind of, it didn't make sense at that point.
Don't get me started there.
So anyway, that was the first play of the game. had we challenged, maybe we would have gotten some momentum, because we definitely lost it in this next play. So second play of the game, Adams gets sacked.
Second and long, and I don't think it's a sack that's the problem here.
Well, second and 10. Yeah, second and 10. Well, how many guys? 6 guys.
Yeah, and he loses the ball.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. So was it 6 guys that came in?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a late 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Middle linebacker comes down.
So I know we're going to talk about this earlier, but this is one of the places where Perkins got beat.
Yeah.
So this guy got him beat right there.
So forces Adams to step up into the pocket and.
Yeah, exactly. So he steps up, and it's clear, except for the guy spying him. The guy spying him sees that he's in trouble, and he's going to go for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And unfortunately, Adams didn't hang on to the ball, and we fumbled the ball to get a short field. So prior to the game, I was telling you guys, I'll give them one mistake, right? We'll give the Lions one mistake. I'm sure we can recover from one mistake. So this was that one mistake.
In the first minute of the game.
Yeah. So
if we back it up a little bit, did he have a hot receiver who should have broke off a route, recognizing that middle linebacker was gone? Because I'm looking down at the bottom of the screen, and they're not the very bottom, sort of the guy on the word Gen. Could he have not have broken off his route, and he might have gotten 8, or maybe caught it at 7 and maybe ran forward for 8, or is that too tight a coverage in that? I'm just wondering, because Adams would have had to step into the throw anyway, where there's probably nowhere to step into that throw.
I don't think he can see him.
yeah,
No, because if he cocks his arm right now, that guy knocks the ball out regardless.
Well, I mean, even he gets past this first wave, right? And then, like, where is he going to throw the ball? The Lions right there.
Yeah.
Like, he can't see.
I mean, Katoy's up here, but I don't know if there's any defender out here.
If you back it up a little bit, I think there's somebody there, but I don't think Adams can see him now.
He can't see. He can't see the
Oh
receivers.
no, Katoy is actually okay, because let it run. I think Katoy is okay.
Yeah, Katoy might have.
Because he's going towards the side. This other defender that was here, Katoy might have been able to get 8 or 9, maybe.
Yeah, or at
But
least,
I don't think Adams could have stepped into a throw to get it to him accurately.
yeah, because
He doesn't know where the DB is. Like, all he sees is the line in front of him. He had to step up to a pocket, and there was no window for him to see.
yeah,
He would just be throwing it up to a receiver and not knowing where the defender or the DB was. You don't want him doing that.
And man, did we get manhandled? Adams is what, 4 or 5 yards behind center in shotgun?
yeah, about 5 yards.
6, 7, yeah.
Okay,
6.
then let it roll again. My question to you is, and I'm looking score at the O-line, you're pass blocking. How the heck does your interior end up
Yeah, they're here.
like
You
3
started-
yards from the
you started
quarterback who
there.
has yet to step up into the pocket?
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
Well, obviously the Saskatchewan D-line was just bull rushing them, right?
Get lower, get under their pads, pick them up. My lord, that's. I mean, there's a reason you stand in shotgun. You shouldn't have your old line in your lap at the snap of the ball. I'm sorry, I can't. That just bewilders me.
Yeah. So lots of things broke down on this play. It goes to what you said earlier. The O-line was one of the weaknesses in this game. And then let's jump to. So we turn over the ball. Next play. First offensive play of Saskatchewan. This is what happens. All right. So
I am not a fan of that style of tackling.
yeah,
When you dive, you can't see, and he jumps over you. You're out of the play.
yeah. So a couple things. There's a defender way out here. Is he supposed to be there? Is this like man-to-man or zone?
The zone, I think.
Looks like zone. They have a deep linebacker drop, and they rest 4. Yeah, zone defense.
So then he catches the ball cleanly, because and then now that guy comes in for the tackle and to Greg's. That's not a tackle. That's just diving and hoping that something will happen. That's Edwards Cooper, right?
Yeah, no arms on him, no arm attempt, nothing. That's just ridiculous. Now he's on his belly, out of bounds, out of the play. That's an extra what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, okay, so if he was able to hit him, he gets the first down. But look at that, it's an extra. That's almost another 10 yards after the fact.
Yeah.
5 yards. I mean, he had the first down.
Yeah.
So it's just he got on there from there 5 yards.
So, question to you guys: in our zone coverage, is this a weakness? Because this spot, if you can throw
it seems Rugamba was maybe thinking Dolegala was going to Schaefer Baker.
So,
Well, because if we back it up, Rugamba's man, he had a man right there, and then he lets him go into the middle to Sales area. The other guy's gone past Sales.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Rugamba just reacted a little slow, but I mean, again, Dolegala got that ball out quick and he threw it hard.
Yeah.
And Rugamba, if you look where Rugamba is, his angle's already beat. Like by the time the ball gets there, Rugamba's taking the wrong angle towards the guy. He should have been breaking on the guy now, but then again, do you trust the fact that the guy that's right beside you is going to be picked up in the zone behind you?
We're not sure, like in this scheme, is that Rugamba or is it Edwards Cooper who's like giving a fairly big cushion?
Yeah. We unless we get to be in the film room and the playroom, we're not going to know.
Yeah, we don't know. But then, obviously, that was that's a great throw and a great first down. For them.
But
It'd have been nice if Rugamba broke on the ball and got a knockdown even, but hey,
he was
or maybe Edwards Cooper. That's it. That's where he has to break. Like he didn't see the delivery, but he's way back.
Yeah.
Like he's reacting now when he actually got the ball.
That's right. Yeah.
Typically, the Lions secondary, they are reacting when the ball is being delivered.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the games that they win, yes. In the games that they lose, not even close.
It's like a 9-yard cushion, and then
Yeah.
There's and again, from a defensive point of view, you give the guy the cushion, right? I'm going to give you 9 yards, but let's keep that at 9. I think he starts pedaling out. He's giving him a 12-yard cushion. So by the time the guy leaves the line, he's still going back. I'm sure of it. We can't see it on our frame here, but he's probably still going back. And now maybe he's breaking.
Yeah. No, he only breaks now. At this point, you see him breaking.
And that is way more than a 9-yard cushion.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our D-line. Our D-line, the pressure here is actually not too shabby.
But look at the distance. If you look,
not too shabby. The line of scrimmage is.
and they have six in protection.
Yeah, but we're still able to push them back. 4 or 5 yards.
Not as bad as they pushed us back on the previous play. At least his line's not in his lap.
Yeah,
but again, he's got rid of the ball a lot quicker too.
I think his drop is. I mean, the line's pushing back 4 yards from the line of scrimmage, and then his shotgun is 5 yards, and he steps back.
Yeah.
One step and it's gone.
But the thing is, he didn't have a free defensive end crashing on him that he had to step up in the pocket, right?
No, because if you look at our end, it's the closest. He's probably about 2 seconds from beating his guy if we want to look at it compared to what happened with the guy on
They have 6 in protection and lines are rushing 4.
Yeah.
So that means we have 8 to cover. 8 to cover 4.
Yeah, they had a zone defense, and then their linebackers are dropping.
No, wait, they got 6 because I see 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers going out with the back. They've only got 5 in protection here.
No, the backs and beside Dolegala.
Yeah.
We got Dolegala.
Okay, he stays, but fine. But I thought you meant 6 on the line. Sorry.
6 guys.
Well, 6 in protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though we have a lot more people on our backfield, they find the weak spot, or maybe we gave them the weak spot.
It was a good pattern, right? He was open.
Yeah.
And they like typically your hot receivers like in the middle of the field, right? And then they had that sealed off, so he had to go outside.
And it was open.
Yeah, it was open.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the big cushion, right? I mean, anyways.
Yeah. So this was Emilus, who had a huge game
Yeah.
against us.
Made some big plays.
Yeah. It's the first of many. So very next play is this one here. So he kind of rolled into the end zone. It's still a touchdown. So again, question: This is a zone defense.
It's a zone blitz because Betts is in coverage at the 7-yard line.
Yep.
And then they blitzed Rigumba from the other side.
Yeah.
And he was getting penetration in.
Yeah.
But I mean, this Dolegala just gunned it. Great throw.
Yeah.
And Morrow picked it up
Exactly.
enough.
Morrow got in his way. So
Enough. Yeah.
So for viewers, so this is Rigumba, this is Morrow. But
Can I borrow a line out of Don Cherry's book?
what?
For all you young running backs out there, do you see how Morrow picks up the block or picks up the blitz? He takes on the block and he's upright, looking at the guy, directing the guy, not holding him. He is literally blocking him properly. I don't know how many times I counted in this game, and we might see it in other plays, where Smoke picks up the blitz, but he does no different than that diving tackle that I can't stand. He bends down, eyes on the ground, hoping the guy trips over him. And if the guy does trip over him, he is now in midair going towards our quarterback, and now Smoke is nowhere that he can be helpful because he's bent over looking the wrong way.
Yeah.
I hope we can pick that up in a play, but
we
I
do.
got to give
I
props
do.
to Morrow there.
I do have it
picking that
later.
blitz up, blocking properly.
Yeah, so Morrow picked that up. Our D-line was applying pressure, but they picked it up. So again, question, was this a soft spot?
I think that's Lacumbo. That the ball goes over his head.
This
I mean,
time jump? I don't know.
yeah, he just missed it. You know, he just missed it.
Yeah.
And they're playing a zone defense. Yeah, there's Lacumbo. There's zone defense right in the middle of a seam.
Yeah,
It's a good throw.
it is. Yeah, that's
And it's a short throw, dead center. I mean, it's a short throw.
and it was a bullet. It was fast.
Yeah.
So
Because worst comes to worst, if he throws a pick, we're inside our 5.
yeah.
Right? If you want to look at it from the OC's point of view, throw it in the middle. If there's coverage, if worst comes to worst, Lacumbo knocks it down, you still go 2nd and 10 to get a field goal minimum, right?
Yeah.
But that was the worst thing that could have happened to Major.
Yeah.
You know what it is?
So all right, but we're still in the game at this point.
Yep.
One mistake, they get 7. We got the ball back. So very next series, let me get to that. First play is a pass to Hollins. So
A dart rolling out of the pressure.
yeah, great pass. He was able to get out from the pressure, being chased and still throws the ball. So great play. Do you think we need to roll out more, given the amount of sacks that we're taking?
Yeah, we gotta do something.
Yeah, because this was a designed rollout. It was not a last minute decision, right?
But I mean, look at Micah Johnson is still almost there.
Yeah. And then this catch by Hollins is just perfect.
Yep, and that's a tight window.
Yeah. All right. So then that was that. We get a first down, and then next play was this one.
Again, he rolled out a little bit.
Yeah, we go deep, and that was a Hatcher, just a little bit beyond Hatcher. So, if Hatcher got this, the momentum might have been different at this point of the game. But again, rolling up.
But I think he took a smack.
He did, yeah.
And I think too that's a little the human mechanics thing. There's a guy in his face. I'm not getting to step up to throw it properly, so I better put a little bit extra on it.
Yeah.
And again, maybe he can't see quite where that DB is by the time that guy's there when he's in the midst of the throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Because he can't follow through properly, or he'd have smacked his hand on that guy's helmet, and that could have been disaster. We've seen that injury before.
Yeah. So that's it. Second down. Then next play, it's this one here.
Question: no? Okay,
go
sorry.
ahead,
It's okay.
yeah.
He had Katoy sitting there. Could he have hit him? I don't know. But again, the guy's in his face, so moot point.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, this series they got into the red zone, so I mean, they figured it out for this series.
Yeah. So
I think.
You're talking about this one here, Katoy down here.
No, the last play where he overshot Hatcher. Katoy looked to be sitting at about 8 yards, but it's okay. It's moot point. Because now again, you're second and long again, right?
Yeah. So this play is to Katoy. 2nd and 10.
Good block by Hollins.
Yeah, Katoy actually gets up and gets 9 yards. 9 yards, and we choose to
Punt.
to get to punt. Yeah. Should we have gambled? I don't know. 1 yard. Hard to
Oh
say.
no, you're in the 41. Should have.
Yeah.
That means a yard and a half, and
Show some confidence in the O-line. Maybe the O-line tees off on them. Maybe gets a little bit of confidence. Maybe adds to their intensity. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So we punted away. I'm not showing the punt returns yet. I'll show that later when Williams gets completely hammered like on every single one of them. But anyway, so this next one here is Morrow with a 4-yard rush. So was that good enough on our side in terms of run protection?
or like the run stopping.
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got into the second
We got
layer.
into the second layer.
But then it's like I see a lot of Lions railing to the ball.
Yeah.
And 4 yards, you know what? It's, I mean, it would have been better, you know, no gain or 1 or 2 yards, but it's not, he didn't get 5 or 6 or 7. So.
Yeah. Okay. Then next play is this one here. So first down to Schaefer Baker, but how's our pass rush here?
Or what?
Our pass
Well,
rush.
they actually blitzed. They brought in Rugamba.
And they picked it up again. Morrow did exactly what he's supposed to do again.
Yeah.
So yesterday after the game, I was telling you guys I didn't think that they blitzed that much, but I think there were some blitzes. It's just that they were picked up well.
Well, remember, after the game, we were busy licking our wounds because we weren't happy.
Yeah.
You know, our emotions were clouding our... Well, okay,
Exactly, yeah.
my emotions were clouding my judgment. So we've had a day to kind of digest and break it down.
Yeah.
But
All right.
it just hurts reliving this. Yikes.
I mean, Saskatchewan blitzes, they were blitzing 6, right? And our 6 can't pick that up. And
No.
their 6 and pick up our blitz of 5
Yeah.
so far that we've seen.
Yeah.
Right. So one more pass rusher, maybe that makes a difference. We don't know.
But then that's one less we have in coverage.
Yeah.
But then again, you live and die by the
That's a
lips. Do we
gamble, yeah.
get to him before he finds that opening, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he's a third-string quarterback, so
He did pretty good.
yeah, he did pretty good. But there's a reason why he's a third-string quarterback, or else he would have been the starter, or he would have. They would not have
true enough.
went to sign Trevor Harris in the offseason. If they thought that he can throw darts and read the defense well, you know, he would have been like when Harris went down, they would have given him the chance before fine, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. So moving along.
Soft cushion again, maybe?
I think it's well thrown ball. I mean, there's a good cushion.
Yeah.
On that throw, yeah.
So next play here. So it's a running play again.
And another 4 yards.
Yeah. Actually,
that one's probably 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Maybe 6. So, they didn't have too many running yards, but the few plays that they did play, was enough to make them not have to worry about second down, right?
Yeah, just didn't like that. Halatic. I mean, he had 6 tackles last game, but like he saw him coming, and he made first contact at about 3.5 yards. But then
this is Halatic, right?
Yeah, and then he was not able to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah.
Like you see that, and then
because he's not head on, he's kind of off the on the side.
I mean, you're the middle linebacker, no one's blocking you. You got to take that on.
Yeah. But I'm just saying he took the wrong angle, which is why he couldn't stop him in his tracks because he's glancing low, right?
Yeah.
100%. But there's no one blocking him. There's no reason for him not.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. I would want to see him actually move forward and not just stay in place and wait for the running back
and square up. He's got to square up.
He's got to square up versus if he can square up and hit that gap.
Yeah.
But you can't. Yeah, it's. Yeah. I mean, we're maybe nitpicking, but that was another 2 yards he got.
But that goes to a little bit
that's
of
fundamentals.
Yeah, and it goes to a little bit of what Greg is talking about in the intensity, right? As a middle linebacker, you wanna be the deliverer of big hits. Not just tackles. Tackling, you can tackle and stop the guy, but if you deliver a big hit, then not only are you reducing the yards gained, you're also sending a message, right? I mean, clean tackles, of course, right? Clean hits. Elimimian would have met him right here, right?
Oh yeah.
And we would have heard a loud smack, right?
And Big Hill would have met him there and probably driven him back. And Elimimian.
Yeah.
And Mwamba. Like, there are some middle linebackers playing out there. Again, Hladek, this is his first year. I get it. But that's fundamental football to, again, like Don Cherry says, to all you young middle linebackers out there. Plug the hole and square up. He's giving him half a right shoulder pad. Now he's turned like a turnstile.
Yeah.
Because he hits the right shoulder pad and spins him around.
Yeah.
That's good running. The running back, low pad level, square to the hole, he gets through there. Low man wins in football. We know that when we coached even the little kids, right, Ro?
Yeah.
Low pad wins.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Hladek's second year. He was a part-time starter last year, and then he cut the starting job, and he's been doing. I think he's been doing an overall a good job this year so far, and this is a bad play.
Yeah, but like I said, that's I hate to say that's fundamental football. You get to that hole and you got to be squared up. I mean, even if he didn't get to the hole, if he was square at that line, he stops him because Hladek is that good. He tackles well. Here, he just was out of position.
Well, maybe this is just like the lines were a little. They were like, it just seems like they weren't dialed in. Maybe they had a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, giveaways. And like maybe it's a little sloppy. Maybe they thought that this was going to be an easier game than it was.
Yeah.
Like I just don't know, but it seemed like it just a little off. They their defense as a whole, we did not play at their level, and then they maybe and it's very evident.
Yeah.
As the game goes on.
Yeah. All right. So next play is this one here. So second and short.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
And we got into his face a little bit there. He probably threw that a little earlier than he wanted to.
Peter's got a hand on the ball. And there was pressure. Betts was right in his face there. Betts has raised his hand earlier, he might have batted the ball
Yeah,
down.
but he's battling two guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dolegala is 6'7".
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's. You know, do they miss Woody Barron that much? I know Woody's having a good year. You know, he was out for the game, and then Cherry got knocked out relatively early.
Yeah.
So that's two interior guys down.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot more on Josh Banks and Dubai.
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, it's tough. You know, they have to rotate a lot more frequently. So, but yeah, so they punt the ball away. We get the ball back, and then this is our next series. So we start this off this way.
Good field position. Decent run.
So 4
Ish.
yards. Yeah,
It was, anyway.
we got 4 yards. Was our O-line blocking properly?
no, there was
Yeah.
they got pushed. They got penetration into the second layer.
Yeah.
So it's decent.
Yeah, it's decent. 4 yards.
But again, that was only like a 4-yard run. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, 5 or 6 would have been better. He's a small guy, right?
Well, they didn't get stuffed. So there was a push. So
Well, he ran past the O-line too there, right? I mean, he had a burst. He saw a hole. He ran past. Saskatchewan rallies, pushed him back.
Yeah. I would have
But I got to give the O-line credit. That's 4 yards off the line of scrimmage on a run play. Like I said many times before, they know the count. They know the play. That's where you want to see them on a run play. 4 yards, like Arthur said, down to into the next level.
Yeah. Would have been nice to see, like, 54 here, grab and push, maybe get an extra yard.
That would require a level of nastiness, which I've been saying all year long, this O-line doesn't have. I'm not saying dirty, I'm saying nasty. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Or should I be, how about aggressive?
Aggressive, yeah, exactly.
Controlled aggression. We do not have that.
Because we see that with Winnipeg, we see that with Toronto. The O-line, they do their blocks, and then once the running back hits the wall, then they push. Yeah. All right, next play is this one here. So we're 2nd and 6. So that was beautiful. So did Adams get the ball out quickly? What was the pressure here?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Almost 3 seconds.
yeah, and they picked up. I mean, it was just a 4-man rush,
Yeah,
and they
rushed
had
for-
they had 5 guys.
Perkins didn't have anybody there, by the looks of it.
No, they had someone was sneaking through.
Parkinson,
Yeah.
the guy
Okay, I
right
can't see.
inside.
He did have. Okay, I can't see on my screen. It's pretty small.
Yeah. So good spot for Hollins. Yeah, Hollins had a great game. And then next play was this. Runs out of the pocket. And Lucky's in the end zone. He had his man beat, but he had to slow down. And that was enough for the guy to get his hand up. That's too bad, because had the ball been thrown here,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that would be a TD.
Exactly.
Lucky would have had 2 TDs instead of just 1. So yeah,
But then again, if you go back to see how Adams had to deliver the ball, he had to kind of scramble around and find an opening.
that's true. That's true. He was. Let's see what happened here. How did this develop? So the rushing 5. Yeah. 94 got through, but because he ran to the right.
Yep, he couldn't really step up and deliver it properly because Micah Johnson is right there.
It's a 40. I mean, he's on the third. He likely going to the 40-yard line. I mean,
Yeah.
she should have the arm strength to put it in the back of the end zone, right?
Yeah.
Got too much arc, not enough distance, right?
Well, you want to give him a chance to run underneath it, but you credit that DB to close the gap.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, it was a little underthrown.
Yeah, well, Lucky had to slow down.
Yeah.
But people have been saying Lucky's, not as fast as before. What do you think? Is he back to form? He had his guy beat.
Yeah. So Rick Campbell was saying in the post game presser that Lucky was dealing with things in the beginning of the year, but he's feeling a lot better. So whether he's 100% healthy, it's hard to say. And of course, Campbell's not going to give you any kind of information. So that's like 5, almost 10 yards into the end zone. If he threw it 5 more yards, it would have been.
Lucky would have had to slow down, and he would have gotten.
He'd be open, catching it comfortably.
Yeah. But it's nice to see them throwing deep balls to Lucky. We haven't seen that for a while, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
We don't see it enough. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But if I may throw this in, and we'll probably kick this around a little bit later in the show, I wasn't happy with all the deep shots that they took. In hindsight, had we taken the short, medium kind of stuff, maybe would have unsettled Saskatchewan, relaxed that pass rush a little bit. Like, shotgun, get rid of it. Shotgun, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Like, I mean, I'm sure that comes down to Jordan McSimick's game plan, scheming, whatever.
Dinks and dunks.
Yeah, like, I don't not the whole game, but I mean every shot we took downfield, we ended up in 2nd and 10 a lot, and that generally ended up in a sack. 5 sacks we gave up, and it takes time for these plays to develop. And Vernon doesn't have that much time back there.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not saying find the hot receiver, but maybe design some plays that we can go 7, 8 to 14, 15 yards. Just my opinion. And if you want to differ with it, fans, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
Please.
Well,
I mean, it's hard to see what the defense was, what the defensive alignment was, formation. So maybe they're taking away the short zone, and they were probably, what is Saskatchewan game plan? We're gonna rush and get to Adams. We're gonna take away the short zone. So if he has the time, he'll have to beat us deep.
Yeah.
And look how many green guys you see there.
Yeah.
No, but wait. Okay, this is 1st and 10, right? Hit that guy right there on the sideline. He gets 6 or 7.
This guy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay, these guys are already breaking the ball, but they couldn't have been more than any closer than 3 to 4 yards to him. Get him the ball, he gets hit right away, but it's at least 6 or 7 yards, 2nd and manageable versus this. Now you're in 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
But Lucky's 3 yards clear. Is that open for you, Greg?
He is open.
Is he open?
Not with Micah Johnson in my face, it's not open to me.
But is Lucky open?
No, that's not open to me.
It's not wide open, but I mean, if you hit him in stride, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
And Dolegala, I mean, the Lions DBs were closer to the Saskatchewan receivers than this one. This ball wasn't on target.
And again, when you throw a ball up in the air, you're always giving the DBs time to adjust if they're worth their salt. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's just they went deep too many times. They should have adjusted. Like, he was open, but not enough that you could afford to be not pictured. Sorry, he was open enough, but not enough that you could afford to be a smidge off target.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Maybe not.
I hear you.
Maybe not on this play. On this play, I would have gone to Whitehead.
I think he's open.
Yeah, but to your point, I think for other plays, maybe they would have a mix, right? Some short intermediate plays. So.
But does Vernon Adams compute in his head that, oh shoot, there's a guy coming, I can't really put into this throw what I need to? He's throwing off his back foot, which automatically puts more arc than distance. He needed, like you guys said, 5 more yards ahead of Lucky, but this was maybe 5 yards too high versus 5 yards farther. You know what I'm saying? Because Micah Johnson is right there, whereas he can't, properly set up and then let it go. He's kind of got to go off his back foot. That's just going to mess up the throw. My opinion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, he has the ability to throw it here. Right, for Lucky to catch.
He did throw 455 yards. yesterday.
Oh, we were behind. He had no choice. But still,
But he has the ability to go
Yeah.
downfield, and he's done it, right? So,
But I just think they did it too often. Hey, I'm glad. Hey, our man Lucky, he deserves these targets, but he's got to be put in better situations. Because again, there's going to be pundits out there that says, "Why didn't Lucky catch it?" Well, because the ball wasn't where it could have been caught. That's all.
Yeah. All right. So very next play. So we're now 2nd and 10. This is what happens.
Big catch.
Yep. So
Very good catch.
Yep, bullet to Hollins.
But man, that DB was right
He
there.
was right there. Yeah. So he was even less open than Lucky, but it was right on target.
But there's not arc that the DB can get there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's at Holland's chest, so Holland blocks him out properly. It's a catch, which he did. Again, fundamentally perfect catch.
Yeah.
Perfect throw, perfect catch.
Yeah. So that's the first down, and then very next play we do this. So it's a Mizell run. He gets about 5 yards, I think.
And again, there's our O-line standing there all together looking. Do you see any Saskatchewan guys on their back? No.
Yeah. So
One guy's on the ground.
He's having a nap.
But so good run or not? He got 5 yards. He was able to get penetration.
But who's Perkins there with? On that, there's a double team on that corner, correct? Perkins and another Lion on somebody.
on the D end, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 2 Lions on one guy, and he's moving them.
Well, I guess Micah Johnson wasn't moved, or is that whoever that is? He wasn't moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You know the play, you know the snap count, you know where it's going. They have to react. You hit them first, hit them lower, move them.
Yeah. Well, I think to be
See
fair,
here,
to be
I
fair,
think
the
is that
scheme-
Pearson? Look where Pearson's putting his guy.
To be
That's
fair,
where
the
where they
scheme-
should be run blocking.
scheme
And
is-
look where Chung's putting his guy.
The scheme for Perkins is not to push the guy this way. It's actually to push him out this way, right? Because if the ball's coming this way, you don't want the guy here. You want him out here. So he needed to get to the left side of the guy, so the guy's right, and then together with Kotoy, get him out this way.
But it's really the O-line that's in the middle of the field that was taking on a linebacker, and the linebacker shed the O-lineman and then made the initial tackle.
Yeah.
And that's the guy that's down the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that caused smoke.
That was Couture's guy, right? I think.
And it looks like it. I mean,
Gets off Couture, yeah. But at least he affects the path of the runner. But I'm just saying, I'm happy to see our 2 guards, 3 to 4 yards downfield. That's great.
yeah, buddy. I mean, I think if that was a block, it's a first down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Because, see, this guy, I can't see his number, 80 something.
No, that would be Chung. Is that 65?
Oh, is that, okay, I can see the number. Anyway,
Yeah.
his helmet is to the right of the defender. If he wants to push the defender this way, his helmet should be on this side of the guy's head.
What's that word again? Fundamentals? Just saying.
So because his helmet's on the wrong side, the defender was able to shed the block and make the tackle.
Because he can see where the ball's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Chung's guy, not Couture's guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So 5 yards could have been more, I guess, with a better block on that linebacker. But Mizell actually drives his feet and gets another 2 yards from first contact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
But for a linebacker to have an O lineman on you and he can shed it and then
I know
get first contact and then slow up the runner, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he should have been blown away.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
See, Chung was using his right arm, and I don't know what he's doing.
I know if he went low, like what Greg is saying, like make contact here, and just drive him forward. He's got the momentum, he's got the mass.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
And he's got the height advantage. If he gets under his pads and just stands up, now that linebacker's feet aren't firmly on the ground, just drive him back.
yeah,
Versus Halatic, nobody blocking him, not quite square in the hole, 6-yard gain.
yeah,
Whereas this linebacker sheds a block, affects it, and it's still 5-6 yards, but
yeah.
he had a guy on him.
Yeah, so that linebacker showed a lot of intensity and will to win. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Then this will be a common theme as we go through the highlights and Saskatchewan builds a lead
So,
until the fourth quarter.
okay, next play. So we're
2nd and 5 on the 7-yard line. And there's a blitz. And
so it was caught, but a little bit
that was
outside.
Maybe a poor throw or not the right play.
Yeah, because the defender's hand is there. So if he was a little bit more to the right,
You could not have placed that ball unless it's further into the end zone, but then Hatcher's already kind of running towards the sideline, no?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's maybe a better pattern is give him a chance, right? Maybe flare into the corner.
Use more of the end zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of this
Because,
way.
I mean, yes, if Hatcher doesn't catch it, nobody does. But unfortunately, Hatcher couldn't catch it because it was too far out of bounds.
I mean, what was the pressure like? I think they did a delayed blitz or something, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, there was a delayed blitz, and he was
Fourth down
going through
coming
right. Oh, he got picked up.
Yeah,
He got picked up.
Yeah, so,
But then here comes, and the ball's already gone. That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good protection. And
Is that Smoke? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Smoke's got a
okay.
guy spying him. Okay, never mind. I just wanted to see.
Yeah. But look at Hatcher's underneath. Well, who's the guy in the middle of the field? Is that Hatcher?
This guy?
No, Hatcher was the one he went to in the sideline. Is that not McInnes or is that Lucky?
I think Lucky's in the end zone. I think that's Hatcher in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Hatcher.
then who's the guy he was throwing to? Is that Hollins?
Yeah, that was Hollins.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So I mean,
You hit Hatcher in stride. He waltzes in because I think he can beat that receiver. That defender right there.
they would have broke on that throw, and then he would have had to go through 3 people to get 2 yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're in potentially 3-down territory there.
No. If you hit him when he
could've
gets
gone
down to
first
the
down.
wiser sign, because
First
they're
down,
still
too.
on their guy. If you hit Hatcher at the wiser sign, let it run. See if Hatcher hits that wiser sign.
But I mean, they gave up because the
Yeah,
ball's
the
already in
ball's
the
gone,
air.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it needs to be here.
They're gonna break on Hatcher, and he's got to turn up, and these guys are bearing down on him,
Yeah.
and he has to fight through 2 or 3 guys and make 3 yards.
Yeah. So if he throws to Hatcher here, then this guy will redirect,
And those 2 guys
Hatcher.
on the bottom will go up,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be tough sledding. But
That guy would have to make a full 180. I don't think he gets to Hatcher first. Maybe this
not
guy on the yellow line
This
does.
guy, this
I mean, there's
guy,
4
this guy.
DBs there, and there's one receiver
this
that
guy's
kind of
gonna go.
interfering. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
no, I'm saying the guy there, the guy that Roland marked first, he's already running that
Yeah, he's
away
going-
from Hatcher.
he's
He would
going
have to
this way.
turn. I'm saying
Sure,
the
sure.
guy on the goal line or the guy.
under the goal,
above the one, yeah.
I mean that guy's going to beat in on him, right?
Yeah, these 2 here on the blue line, they're not. They're.
Well, no, I'm talking about the 2 that are on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where he has to go, right? I'm not worried about the guys 3 yards upfield.
But maybe his momentum, he could at least get there and maybe cut again. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Yeah, who knows?
Better
I'm-
chance of something than where he threw it.
Well,
I mean-
again, no one else is going to catch that ball except for Holland.
Hollins caught the ball, so it's just that just one more foot, one foot, or a little bit earlier, and he would have been inbounds, right?
If it was Rhymes, maybe Rhymes catches inside, gets it in the
higher
end
up.
zone. Yeah. Well, because if it's Rhymes, you can throw it higher up. If it's Rhymes, he can he
Agreed.
can shield the DB better and then reach out with his hands.
And McInnes has been. We've seen him do that a couple times. Again, 6'5". We've seen him do it. Catch it up here and secure it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, whatever. But that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just a shame. You see all that end zone there, like a different pattern. You had all that real estate to work with.
Yeah.
And the difference is 4 points because they kicked a field goal, but
Yeah.
it's 4 points, and
Yeah.
that would have come in handy at the end of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we walk away with 3 points. We made the field goal. kind of disappointing. We're so close, right? So then Saskatchewan gets the ball back. And let's see. This is the play. So again, look at that tackle.
That's not a tackle.
I can't see the number.
See, okay, look. For all you young DBs out there, I'm going to be Mr. Cherry again. How useful is he? Go ahead, let it roll just a little bit further, Roland. Now, all you can see is the shoe tops and the ground. Didn't even make an attempt to wrap up the legs. And now you got to pray that that Halata gets there from out of position, and there's a first down.
Yeah, it's a difference between 5 yards and the first down. So
the Lions in the previous games were making those tackles.
Yeah.
And I think that's Edwards Cooper, who just got back from one game on the injured list. And maybe he's just out of sync.
So one game on the injured list, you forget how to tackle fundamentally? I don't buy it.
I mean, I think maybe obviously he's injured or battling something. I mean, he's just mentally not sharp. Like he just, instead of doing fundamental football, you just I just want to get a hit on him.
Yeah.
So just maybe not mentally sharp.
Yeah.
Because then if usually in the Lions like the other Lions games, there's contact and a wrap up and a tackle in the
field. Because they're upright in position. So is that mentally sharp? Then I'm going to bury that again or berate my point. That means they were outplayed or outcoached or outprepared, whatever it is. If you're not mentally sharp, you weren't ready to play this game.
Yeah. Well, this is
you should have been ready to play this game.
This is one player consistently making these bad tackles.
Yeah. So he didn't have a good game.
Yeah. I mean, going back to fundamentals, right? At this point, it looks like he's looking down. He needs to be looking up to see, to see.
And his arms are holding him up versus wrapping up. They're holding his body. Like, come on. Well, and look at the guy can straight arm him in the top of the head, push him down, and walk over top of him.
Exactly, yeah.
And now you're no good to no one. Because now look at, you're 5 yards out of the play, and you're praying that these guys chase him down now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he broke on the ball for an interception and just missed it, okay, I could forgive that more. So then that may be not mentally sharp. But to me, that optics-wise, that's lazy. Because if you say, Arthur, he wants to get a hit on him, that is the least way you're going to get a hit on the guy.
Well, if you had a late read, on it and it broke late, and at that point you're like, okay, maybe I'll just try to get a hit on him because he knows that it's a 3-yard pass, 4-yard pass, so he knows that he has other guys going to rally to him. So let me try to make a big play, and that's the difference. Last few games in this game is. Maybe he's a bit closer. He wraps up, but maybe he's just a little rusty.
Now, Arthur, I'm going to tell you right now, number 29 should hire you as his agent, man. Because if he breaks down fundamentally on that 45-yard line and faces the guy square, he gets a hit on a minimum. Here, the guy's already got the ball. His head is down. His eyes aren't on the player. Look you can see him. He's straight arming his head right down to the turf.
But the thing is, he had a late break or a poor read or didn't see the ball being thrown. Maybe he was still backpedaling, right? And then he had to run really quick.
Okay, right there, face the guy, break it down, arms up, legs in the ready position, feet moving like you do in practice drills every single day.
Yeah.
But no, he does this for the second time in our play review. Dives without any eyeball. He's not even looking where the player is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made this play. I mean, he's made good open field tackles in the prior games, and this game so far. I mean, what we've seen, this is the second time he's done it.
But I hear what Greg's saying. Technique,
unacceptable.
Technique here. So you see this guy stands here.
He's waiting.
He needs to have the same stance here, and then do an open field tackle. Facing
I guess he knows help is coming, so he just needs to hold them up.
I know,
but look where the help is. Bad angle, 46. That's Halatic, right?
If he takes the same stance here, plants his two legs, he holds him for 1 second. This guy will be here, right? Instead, he says, "I'm going to take him now," and he launches himself. At this moment, when he launches himself, he's already
done.
committed to a trajectory. This guy just sidesteps him. Right? Because
And
he's
straight
committed to
arms
the
his head.
trajectory, right?
Now his help has a poor pursuit angle.
Yeah. I think I hear what Greg's saying.
There's my favorite word. He vectors to that first down marker.
Had he just taken, just did a stance here, I think between him and this guy, they might have stopped him for 4 yards. Right?
Yeah, at the very least, maybe he doesn't make contact, but he forces him back towards the help. And okay, hindsight being whatever, maybe the Saskatchewan guy cuts up in between them, but I highly doubt it.
Edward Skippers we've seen. I mean, we've been impressed in how he's been tackling this year up to this game. But this has been this is not his finest hour.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. All right. So enough of Edwards Cooper. Let's look at the next play. So here we have another rush by Morrow. Oh no.
Same play.
Same play. Here, let me,
Oh, good. I was going to say he does it again.
2nd and 9. Little pressure he got out of the pocket.
Yeah.
And hit and just.
Did he throw that into coverage? Because he looked like he rushed that throw because the combo was like right there.
Yeah. I mean, that was his hot, and then he had to get out of it. But he was able to scramble out, right? And that's when the Lions.
He probably could have tucked it and ran for a first down, I think.
Lions rushed 5.
Yeah. See, he got flushed out.
Yeah. And then that was a good play. I think someone got beat.
Yeah, 47.
It's the late Tahemi coming in.
Yeah, 47 does a stunt there, flushes him out because he was untouched.
But yeah, he could have probably. Oh no, he probably wouldn't run because he probably saw the come. Was that guy running towards the side? It's blurry on my screen. Is he running? Oh yeah, he's running the right way.
Yeah. So
again, it's a 4-yard pass on your 2nd and 9,
and it was behind him too. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how was he facing the combo? But I guess he had to turn for the ball.
So had we had more of these plays, it would have shaken Dolegala's confidence, right?
Maybe, yeah.
So
I think he started to run after this.
Yeah. Okay, so that was that, and then they end up punting. So then we get the ball back, and this is the first play of the next series. So we're deep in our field.
Boy, he hung onto that ball a little long for my liking, especially in the end zone. Oh man!
But we got the first down, and we got out of the danger zone, which is wonderful. And
But I mean, look at that. There's so many things that could have gone wrong there. A hand up, a knocked at something, but my gosh, he was in there too long for me.
Yeah, they were rushing 5 guys. 5 guys. Mizell came out, so he's not doing protection.
Yeah, and Mizell is marked. That guy was ready. Like, I guess he's like the spy, right? If Adams goes, I got him. If Mizell goes, I got him.
They Perkins here does his job. Sticks with this guy.
Yeah, and pushes him past Vernon, which is great.
Sticks with this guy. Even here, he's still right in front of him. So good protection there.
But I think Arthur is right. Just by this play, I think they were taking away the intermediate type routes because, I mean, those DBs are closing quickly. And you notice he didn't dive at Holland. He kind of wrapped them up. Mind you, Holland isn't that big a guy. I think is that Marshall on him?
Number 3.
Yeah,
That's Marshall, but that's Katoy on Marshall and Katoy.
Yeah.
Oh, on Katoy. Okay.
Yeah. So we got out of the danger zone. We got a first down. Then next play is this one here.
Lucky.
Yeah. So kind of
And how many linemen are where? And where are the linemen?
So a sweep out to the right.
But the DBs are like they're.
Oh, it wasn't all that misdirection like the one in the Calgary game. This was just
This is just a single guy going across this. But then all the DBs are like 7-8 yards downfield, but they rally very quickly.
Oh,
and
they rally real quick.
Well,
Yeah.
They also rushed 6-7 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really have the receivers sell it deep because then there's nobody to block for Lucky when he comes out, right? You got to have the receivers there to block.
Yeah, well, McInnes is
It was a good formation, defensive formation.
Yeah.
For this play, it got blown up.
Yeah. McInnes, if McInnes held his block here.
No, there's
no, because those three DBs at the old Dutch line, they closed quick.
Yeah, I don't think there was anywhere to go.
Yeah, can we back it up, bro? Because I mean, let's see. I'm just curious. Like, okay, now they're at the first down marker, right? Yeah. Those three DBs that close, they're roughly at 9 or 10 yards, yes. And Lucky is at 4. Here. Okay, so let it run. I think they get to where he's going quicker than he does. Because he's got to get around all that mess of the O-line.
He slows down here. He slows down here trying to read McInnes's block.
Yeah.
If he didn't slow down and went out here, he might have.
Because maybe he's gonna cut it back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then look where the O-line. There's O linemen right in the middle of the screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Downfield. So maybe it was designed to cut it back.
Cut it back like that S pattern we saw Holland's
do in the previous game, right?
Yeah. But
Saskatchewan played that well.
Very well.
But if the way McInnes is blocking this guy, this might have been a better path, right?
But then that DB where your arrowhead is probably takes that outside away.
He'll have to beat him. If he gets tackled, he'll be tackled here. If he beats him, then he goes further down, right?
Because if that DB takes the angle, he gets to the line of scrimmage before Lucky does. If Lucky goes outside of McInnes.
Regardless, it wasn't going to be a lot of yards here. It was going to be one or none, or one or two more if he went outside.
Yeah. 2 would have been lucky.
Yeah.
Haha, no pun intended. Right. So are we saying Richie Hall is out scheming Jordy Mack right now?
Well, this is, I mean, overall, you know, potentially, when this one play, they have the right defense for this play.
Yeah. Okay, so then next play is this.
Six. So that's 6 seconds. This is 5-6 seconds.
Swarmed. Did you count it?
Is his sack on VA? Should he have gotten rid of the ball? Asking my 3 down brethren and the fans out there.
Second and go. Second and 10.
Yeah. They rushed 5 guys.
And then, like, a lot of them were getting beat.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the O-line were getting beat. Like, they were getting turned. And then all of a sudden you see green guys emerging.
Well, Perkins did his job. Lanier, or whoever Perkins is, he's way past the play. Did his job.
So, but,
look at
that. But he should have stayed with him.
Yeah.
I think 4 guys. I mean, at least 3 guys. 3 guys are about to get at Adams, right?
Yep.
Mizell is not doing a good job. This is exactly what you were saying, Greg. You know, head down, body scratched up.
And he's scrunched up facing in towards Adams versus at least if he's bent down facing coming out towards the bottom of our screen, then at least he's, you know, if he gets run over, but again, he's more harm than good here. He's a liability.
Yeah. Because he's in Adams' way now too.
He's like, oh shoot, I better get that guy. Well, now you're almost running into your own quarterback.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he does run into our quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Adams should have.
See, he's facing Adams. Like, at least come out, and then you can at least come out to where this in vigor sign is. If you're facing that way, but you get hit and spun
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there was somebody that I was talking to in that Let's Talk Lions room saying we need a bigger back, and I said, well, no, we don't need a bigger back. We just need a back that knows how to block or to at least chip and release, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Adams should just rolled out more to the left versus step up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but could he have rolled because that guy that Smoke's supposed to have is there, or do you think? No, I think Adams could probably beat that guy.
I mean, he's got to get get through Smoke and then realize where.
Actually, he's got to start rolling now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, take a little bit, bubble back a little bit to the 10, and yeah.
But maybe he had with the brace on his knee and whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt yet at this point of the game.
No, he didn't get that Charlie horse. No.
But he still had that brace from prior, so maybe he didn't want to run.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anyone really open.
Yeah.
Lucky's covered.
Okay, then if he's got the brakes on his knee and doesn't really want to run, then it is up to the OC or the HC to say, hey, how are you? Because you know what? We can't handle this pressure. We need to start you need to start rolling out. And then it's up to VA to say, yes, I can, or no, I can't. Yeah. You know what? Like, again, now this is, we were talking about lack of intensity. I'm going to talk about lack of intensity on the coach's part. They're not putting these players in the right place to succeed. If they can't handle this relentless pressure, then they got to scheme something. And that's when, if that brace is causing him trouble, then he shouldn't be playing maybe. Of course, then that doesn't leave us in great hands, but...
I mean, when Davis came in, well. So anyway, that's that was the sack, and
that's the first story of the first quarter. Sack at the wrong times. So again, 2nd and 10.
These are the stats. 7-3, still very much in the game. If you look at the numbers, we've got better numbers except for the sacks, right? And rushing yards, but rushing yards is low for both. So.
And I don't think it's the number, because really, if you look at the sacks, that's only 2 in one quarter. But I think it's the time, like when they happened in a drive, and how much they cost, like what they cost us. It's not just giving up the sack; it's to me the timing of that sack.
Yeah. Well, because they blitz on that was 2nd down, right? That was 2nd down.
Because we were also a lot of times in 2nd and 10 because we were just missing those long throws, or they were those longer patterns, like Arthur says, take time to develop. So again, start scheming away. If it ain't working, fix it.
We did that against Winnipeg, the first Winnipeg game, when they were 2nd and long. We rushed. And Colares couldn't get the ball out. So we know how to do it. It's just, calling it in, I guess.
Yeah, I was tweeting with Vernon Adams Sr. And he says, come on, it's game day. Hey, coaches, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, a lot of stuff started to look broke, but they didn't fix it.
Yeah. All right, next play. This in the 2nd quarter. I'm jumping in now. So Saskatchewan has the ball. They get a first down, and then they have to. So they get the first down, and then we do this play here.
Oh,
so this is beautiful.
Nice way to start the 2nd quarter, guys.
Yeah. So. This is the old bets that we saw in the beginning of the season. Just a slight contact with his guy, blows past him, and then takes the sack.
Was this one of the few times he was not double teamed this afternoon?
Yeah. And I think they learned from their mistake. They adjusted, because many of the plays after this, he was double teamed either with 2 linemen, or the running back would come and help out. But that's the old bets that we know.
Too bad we couldn't recover that fumble.
Yeah. Oh, this guy tries to run with it too. Big Roland gets 3 yards with his ball. I wonder if they gave him 3 yards in the stat sheet. So that was that, and then so we get the ball back. And then this is what we do. So there was nothing there. I don't know what this hesitation was. Was this a design feint? Like if you look at Adams, he kind of motions to give the ball, pulls it back, and then pitches it.
That almost looks like a botched run RPO. Arthur, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe a run pass option and just didn't go.
See,
I mean, Adams is reading in the middle. Like, basically, does he dish it off, or does he throw it? And he thought, okay, well.
Looking waiting down for that lineman to pull around. I don't know what happened here.
Adams wasn't even looking at these 2 guys, right? His vision was here, and so I don't know what that initial feint is, and then he pitches it to him anyway. But then at the same time, look at all the missed blocks here. So, this guy's through, and this guy's through.
Yep. And then that old lineman he's looking for someone like, where am I supposed to block? Like, basically, he's totally out of position to block anybody.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to get this guy, but his momentum takes him
to his own guy.
Yeah. And then, we get met here behind the line of scrimmage and we lose yards.
Yeah.
That got blown up, man.
Yeah.
That got blown up.
Poor execution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then, oops, just give me 1 sec here. Later on, we have this play. So, what happened here, guys? That was intended for Hatcher.
In the double coverage.
And it was way too high. So, was that just a badly thrown ball?
Was it intended for Hatcher, or is it shortly thrown because he's trying to go deep to this guy here? I don't know.
No, it's probably good Hatcher.
Why would he throw into double coverage? I mean, yeah, okay, Hatcher's going to get you your contested ball, but that's going up into two guys to contest for it?
We don't know what Adams was looking at when he let go of the ball.
Yeah.
Right, we just don't know. By the time, like, maybe they were kind of spying his eyes, and then they kind of knew he was baked in. He's looking left, and then Hatcher's there. So, like, I mean, Hatcher had the big game last week, so.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just a badly thrown ball then. It was
Yeah,
not,
well,
He ain't open.
yeah, not catchable too, right? Yeah, even not catchable. But Perkins kept his guy here.
Yeah, for long enough.
Long enough, yeah. I mean, he releases here to prevent the hold, and it was a non-factor at that point.
See, I'd have rather him thrown it to the guy underneath Hatcher. Might not have been a first down, but at least less chance of something going wrong. There's two lines there. One at the line of scrimmage. I think that's smoke, and then
Let's see the
who's
number.
running into the white sign there? The numbers are blurred on me.
Yeah, the numbers are blurred here too. It could be McInnes. Oh no, I can't tell. But anyway, yeah. So that was a busted play, and then.
Oh, that's the guy that flipped onto his head, and Hatcher got dinged in his head as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Hatcher got a bit hurt here. So I was concerned, and for the next few series, Hatcher dropped balls. So I think he was hurt. He wasn't towards.
Not as hurt as that, and he was hurt nowhere near as bad as the other guy.
Yeah, but by the fourth quarter, he started making catches again. So.
No, that's McInnes down here on the mosaic sign. So I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
But he hits him, he can run towards the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Too many going downfields. Don't like it.
Here's another play. This is 1st and 10. So that one was to Lucky. So yeah, what do you think, guys? How did he? He got the ball out fairly quickly.
Yep.
Lucky takes
And I
out
think
Peters.
Lucky sort of had to run under it because I think Lucky wasn't quite past it. I think the defender came. I think Lucky got it before the defender got. Yeah, the defender's coming at the same time the ball is.
Yeah.
You couldn't have thrown it any better.
Yeah. So
Great pass.
Yeah, great pass.
Great catch.
Yeah.
Yep. Target the 7. Target the 7.
Lucky gets 29 yards there, and then we get this play. So that was beautiful.
Is that a blown coverage?
Yeah. So he walks right in. Actually, here I think I have a replay in a different angle that shows the blown coverage.
Now look at how much time Adams had to throw the ball. Look at the nice pocket he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-man rush.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming McInnes and Mackey are blocking a guy just off screen. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 7 guys, 7 in pass protection.
Yeah.
And there you go. There's that point you talked about, Arthur. I can see it now. The Saskatchewan guy, his right arm is up, saying, "Take him."
This guy's calling. So I think he must be talking to this guy.
Yeah, and then Marshall's like, "You want me to take him?" He's like, 10 yards downfield for me.
Well, because I think the guy with the arm sees his line coming across in front of him.
This guy.
Right? I don't know what receiver that is.
I think he's passing him off.
Yeah, because he's got to take this guy coming into the zone.
So that was a mistake, a big mistake on the Saskatchewan secondary. Here, let's this previous one shows you much better, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they were almost 6.
So he points to this guy, and there's no way this guy can cover that distance, right? Yeah. So anyway, great touchdown. So at this point, we're back in the game.
We have the lead.
We have the lead, yes.
Have the lead. But then this happens.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to vomit.
1st and 20. Boom.
Yeah.
See, that Emulus got that ball. It's tight coverage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he just went and got it.
Yeah.
Good
Yep.
throw. And the Saskatchewan receiver went to make a play.
Yeah.
With a 3-man pressure.
But we rushed 3.
Yes.
Should we have rushed more?
So we covered the crossing route. We covered this guy coming out into the flat. And we had help on the deep ball. We had the defense was the right call. Look, we had help.
Yeah, they just
A little
beat
late
us.
help.
But I mean, hey, you gotta give credit to Saskatchewan. That was well thrown, and that receiver went and got that ball in the air.
Yeah.
So you gotta tip your hat.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good play. That's a good play.
And that's ballsy. 1st and 20 from inside your red zone
Yeah.
to go
Well, it's
downfield.
it's on your
Just
30.
think about it. That's incomplete. Now you're 2nd and 20 from inside your 30,
Yeah.
right? That's got guts.
It is. So kudos to Saskatchewan.
Oh, sorry, inside their 35. I thought they said 20, but inside their 35. Okay,
Yeah.
but still, that's 2nd and 20 from your end. You're punting.
Yeah. So then we get this play.
That was a backbreaker. That one.
Yeah. So again,
Throw it up. Let the receiver go get it.
Going downfield on the Lions, and there's a 5
5 guys.
are rushing.
One was untouched. This guy here is untouched, but he got the ball out quickly. So
He's not even taking a drop from his shotgun. He's squaring out and he's throwing it.
yeah.
And I'm gonna guess the scheme or the play, Halatic is where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, see that guy's untouched, but by the time he gets there, the ball's gone. So he got it out really fast. And
Good catch.
Yep. The ball is over the linebacker and in front of the deep guys. It's where it needs to be.
And he jumps up and catches it at the high point.
Yep.
And then secures it and comes down.
And takes a smack.
Yeah. And hangs on.
yeah,
Well played.
yeah. But
Because was that Mojay blitzing?
I think so.
Because here's Ragamba, here comes Halatic. Where's Mojay?
I think he's the untouched guy, right?
Yeah, that's what I say. They sent him on a blitz, so that means no safety.
Untouched guy here. But
So was that called Dolegala? If you see the safety, if the safety comes, let it go.
so in terms of the ebb and flow of the game, we just scored a touchdown, and in a few plays. How many plays was this? This was
2. 1st and 20, and now this one.
yeah. So now they're knocking at the doorstep. And then let's go to the next play after this. Yeah.
Man, oh man.
So he was untouched. So what happened here?
The O-line did their job. Six guys in protection, I think, or 6 guys on the line for a design run play.
So O-line got in. O-line got into the linebacker and sealed the linebacker.
Yeah.
Why is Lacombo going right? Or to his left, sorry, to his left.
Wait, who? This guy? This guy?
No, back up. Lacombo, who's number 20, just be on the 2-yard line. He's not blocked, and he's going towards that McDougal sign, and the run play is coming the other way. Like, what does he see that he's got to get over there? Because if you back it up a little bit, he starts on this lower hash mark. Where is he going? To cover a receiver coming across?
Yeah.
Because it looks like the way it's set up, they're gonna run to the right, but it looks like the running back cut it back.
But look at the hole. I think that hole is. I think he's supposed to go that way.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking me why Lacombo.
Yeah,
because he thought maybe that's where they're gonna.
Because the fullback went out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can he not see the head of the running back? Maybe he can't. I'm just saying.
He
look where the
can't.
running back
There's a massive humanity in front of him, man. He can't see.
Yeah. Even this guy, he was in the right spot, but he didn't know the ball was coming his way. He was beating his guy, and he's pushing his guy that way, which just worked well for.
Maybe he was held.
Morrow.
Maybe he was held.
I'm sorry. What you're pushing your guy that way. That doesn't do you any good. Why are you staying with him? Get off the block. Like, you shouldn't stay with your guy.
Yeah, but he's pushing him.
He should be trying to disengage to go to the quarterback or something. Why is he staying with the old lineman?
Maybe he can't. Maybe he's been grabbed to stay, Greg.
Well, I don't know if he's being grabbed. This guy can't really pull him. I think he's pushing the guy. Maybe he thinks that the ball's going this way, and that's why he's trying to get that way.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to say. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, because it looks like he's the one who's driving his legs pushing, and then here he disengages once the ball carrier passes him. Yeah.
And then that other guy's got to get around that block, but Lacombo was way out of position for. I mean, if this was designed to, if he got sucked in, then great on the Saskatchewan. But my golly, had Lacombo stayed, maybe this doesn't score.
Exactly. See, he takes a quick step to the left here, right? He takes a quick step to the left, and then this guy just seals it off. This must be the.
Because Betts was put way out of it, and then that hole was perfect. Maybe that guy lets him go. Well, I don't know, because the line pushing that guy makes that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But
I think that's a design play, because you look at Dolegala raise his arms the minute he gets that handoff. I think that's designed to go that way.
All right.
See there, he knows.
Yeah.
So that was designed to go that way to me.
Yeah, but somehow they fake to the right, and then if you've
maybe the old lineman said, "Let them all push us to the right. Let's just let them push us." Take themselves out of the play, but just by what we see. But see, you don't celebrate that early if the running back did that on his own.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Good call. Good play call. Badly executed defense, but hey.
So not only do they match our touchdown, the very next play is this on the kickoff return.
Let me guess. Oh, yes.
Yeah. They strip the ball, and they maintain possession in good field position. So, I mean, that's tough. That's tough on the defense, right? So
special teams returns lets us down yet again. doing the same darn thing over and over and over. What is that? What's the definition of that, Arthur? Doing the same thing over, hoping for a different result?
This is the definition of insanity.
Yeah, I think the returner or the blockers or the scheme or the coordinator, somebody's insane.
Yeah. But what makes it worse is I see they stripped the ball and recovered it here on the, what's that? I guess 35-yard line?
35-yard line. Defense has to come right back out again. Now, mind you, the defense wasn't on the field for that long. 1st and 20, big pass, then a second pass, then a run. They weren't on the field that long.
There's one thing that makes
still.
it worse if you recall, and I'll show it to you. This adds,
A misconduct penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, because he pulled the guy's helmet off. That is right.
At the end of this play.
Right here, because the guy pushes him down.
Yeah. And then he grabs his helmet.
And he pulls his helmet
and
off.
pulls it off. So that is just a stupid play. Because even if we didn't turn the ball over, you don't want to take 15 yards. Right?
No.
So this makes it worse. Not only do they have the ball, they get an extra 15 yards. And the very next play, they're already on our 21-yard line. So, and here let's play that.
Oh, touchdown.
Yeah. So one play.
Yep.
One play after that turnover.
And look at Marcus Sale's body language. Look at Manny Ragamba's body language.
So let's take a look at what happened here. So we're rushing 4. Yeah, he's got good protection. So what broke down here in our secondary?
I think they just found a seam in the zone. Well, okay, there's 2 deep. Sales is deep on that guy. So Sales, I'm guessing that's a zone, Arthur?
Probably.
Yeah.
But it looks like it was a hybrid. Maybe cover 2 man.
Because they're doubled on the deep guy. That guy splits the seam where Ragumbo. He just found a soft spot, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe cover 2 man.
Yeah, but why are they finding all these soft spots?
Did they rush Mosier again? Because I don't see Mosier, unless that's Mosier back there with Sales. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to see the numbers.
2nd and 7, they needed to blitz, and maybe they did, but Saskatchewan picked it up. That's the pass rush is not getting to him. Typically in the games that Lions win, they get a sack or they get a pressure, they get a knockdown, they get something. Something happens.
Yeah.
But they didn't. I think I only see 4 guys going.
Rush 4 with 1 guy spying.
Yeah, maybe Mosier just blew his coverage.
Yeah.
Because he's in chase position. The minute the ball's in there, he's in chase position.
But is he supposed to be standing here? I guess he is, right?
I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, because I don't know if he's waiting to pick up that guy on the 18-yard line, soccer line, but that guy's already covered, so maybe he's just got beat.
Yeah, he got beat.
Yeah. So anyway, two.
That's Ragumba, actually.
Yeah, it's the same Ragumba. He got beat.
Mm-hmm. He got beat. I think we saw another view. I think he was maybe thinking that running back or Sterna, the receiver was gonna break it to the outside, and he
cheated maybe, and then all of a sudden he broke it in.
He broke it in.
Anyway, back-to-back touchdowns. That's
demoralizing.
That's yeah, it is. It is.
Especially when you had the lead on the road, and then boom, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And so on the next drive, our first play of the next drive is this one here. So it was in his hands, bobbled it a bit, and then dropped it. So
Yeah, in the end zone, McKinnis secures the ball above his head. I don't know why he didn't do that here. Keep it above his head as he runs out of bounds, because that guy's not going to get up that high.
Yeah.
He's got it. Secure it like you did in that Calgary touchdown, or is that Winnipeg? Whatever. No, it was a Calgary touchdown.
yeah.
And then the Saskatchewan Edmonton touchdown. Sorry, secured above his head.
Play here. He actually doesn't have a good handle on the ball. He's got it, but it's not. He doesn't have a good handle on it.
But I mean, it
it
was hotly contested, but the Saskatchewan receivers were making plays for their quarterback, and McKinnis needed to make this play for Adams.
So he didn't have a good handle there. I think he was trying to get a better grasp on it, and he couldn't secure it.
And then the safety comes in.
Oh yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's because of the safety coming in to just try to jostle the ball loose. So that's a good play. I mean, Saskatchewan so far has wanted it more than the Lions on both sides and on both sides of the ball, or all facets of the game, right? So
we haven't shown any of the plays where they've been teeing off on our returner.
Yeah. But like this is another play where I mean, like some of the Saskatchewan receivers here are a bit open, but some of them wouldn't even get it, and like it was not good. I mean, of course, this Saskatchewan secondary got torched for 450 yards passing. So, but and big plays, they come up big.
Yep.
Yeah.
They made enough plays.
They made the plays.
They made enough plays. Yeah, they made enough plays.
Yeah.
But again, the star of the show for Saskatchewan on the defense was their defensive line.
Yeah.
But this was a good play by their secondary.
Yeah. So I'm gonna skip the next series of plays, but you know what happens is Adams gets flushed out of the pocket. He runs for 11 yards, gets a touchdown, but in the tackle he
gets a first down.
Oh yeah, gets a first down.
First down.
Gets a first down, and he gets a little bit hurt on his thigh. Gets a Charlie horse. So after that, Davis comes in, and we get a 2-yard rush with Mizell, and then we get a procedure with Perkins, -5 yards, a holding with Perkins, -10 yards, and then another procedure, but this time on the other side, Schluger, 5 yards. So
the guy, if I may add, the guy I was worried about, right? We were all talking about it, the new guy, first game on the blind side, we were worried about him. That was the only time we heard his name called.
Yeah. The two procedures I can forgive. They've got a new quarterback coming in cold. The stadium's loud. Cadence is different. But they rush Adams back in, and he throws this interception. So maybe I'll show that. They rush him back in after coming out, and he throws this interception.
Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi.
Oh.
And these are all the
wrong one, sorry.
Procedure calls.
Yeah. This is okay.
2nd and 27. There you go.
Yep. 1 Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 6, Mississippi.
Lots of time.
Yeah, lots of time.
Forced the ball.
Yeah. There was no one really in his face. He could have ran for. Well, I mean, of course, he had a Charlie horse so hard.
Yeah. So this.
But I don't think anyone was really open.
Yeah.
No, because he's looking, he's pumping, he's looking, and he knows. This is almost like a Toronto flashback for me, because it's right to the DB.
Yeah. This was his second big mistake, I think, in the game, right? The first one was at in the first drive. Then this one. What should he have done? 2nd and 27.
Throw it away.
2nd and 27.
2nd and 27. Again, I thought this was like a punt, right? Because where did the interception happen? Right at midfield. Yeah. You're on your 20-yard line.
That's you only got a 30-yard punt, man.
Who was he
well,
trying?
I mean,
with a return. Okay, with a return, maybe. Fine.
I mean, a punt's like 40-some yards, and then the typical return's like 15. I mean, really. But then the problem is you give them a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah.
And then they're at midfield. But again, you're at your own 20 because of all these penalties.
And if I may, it's just like a punt. However, if that was a punt, you don't fire up the crowd. You don't fire up the offense of the other team. You throw a pick, you fire up the defense, you fire up the offense, you fire up the crowd of the opposition.
For sure. You don't want to lose the takeaway giveaway battle, and they lost it.
Yep, badly.
Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah. So, who do you think he was throwing? Was he actually trying to get to Lucky?
Well, I think Hatcher is right in the middle, right?
So you think he's throwing in the middle there?
So what do we got? Hatcher tunnel vision? Because I mean,
look at all the guys there, though.
But again, like the previous game, Hatcher had a massive game, and if I was a quarterback and with this receiving core, I'm looking. Rhymes is out. I'm looking for Hatcher.
You're not throwing into 4 guys covering him, though. There. Come on.
I know, but I'm just saying I'm looking for him. Whether am I always going to throw to him? That's the story.
Over Lucky here, then Lucky has a chance, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, and we look too. He had nobody in his face. He had time to square up and really launch that ball.
And he stepped into it too.
Yeah.
So.
It came right down where he meant it to come down.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that he probably needs to clean up.
Yeah.
But obviously he has tunnel vision for Hatcher because Keon is the go-to guy.
Yeah, but if you're a quarterback worth your salt, you can't force it to the go-to guy all the time, right? He had time to see that coverage. He had nobody in his face, no rush. He had to have seen that coverage.
I think you can gun it 10 yards downfield, but that's a long ways to go. And you know what? People are going to adjust to your throw. So
yeah,
I agree.
The first down flag. I can't. Is that the first down vest?
Well,
that's the 20. That would be the 27. Is that yellow? The CFL guy there with the red stick.
Well,
on the side?
I mean they're in the 20 and they need 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they need to go to the 47-yard line.
Well, okay, now hang on. Was that an overthrow? Maybe it was overthrown because the guy on the sideline is more open.
No, I mean, it was the trajectory.
Yeah, this McKinney's there. There's a defender right there.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but then you're throwing into 2 defenders closing on the ball, looking at the ball.
I know. That's why the only guy who was open is Lucky, and the ball would have had to be thrown over here.
But okay, wait a minute though. When the ball left, did the guy that's on Hatcher's hip leave Lucky to close on that ball? The guy that actually makes the pick.
Maybe.
Because he can't see on the screen, right?
Well, I mean, we don't. I think it looks like a zone defense. I mean, Greg, what kind of defense would you draw up? 2nd and 27.
Yeah, a nice prevent zone, really. I mean, you put 4 guys
throwing it, and you know they're going to go for a first down, right? So this is just a few yards further than that. Yeah, he's going to be throwing into coverage.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. Yeah, it's a mistake he owned.
He made a play. The good thing is they only got 3 points out of this. Could have been worse. Could have been 7. Then
but again, the deeper damage was firing up and feeding the already more intense than you opposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is worse than 3 points because you've just now given them another nail to put in your coffin.
Yeah.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right? You've given the third stringer more belief. You've given the third stringer another chance to come out and prove himself.
So we get the ball back. On the next drive, we have 1 complete, 2 completes, a run, and then we get sacked again. This one was fast, right?
Yeah, that was.
How many did they send?
Let's see, 5.
5, yeah.
Okay, not one of those D linemen was in a set position. They were all upright, were they not? Because they looked like they come running. Oh no, they were down. Okay, it was where we started. Okay,
yeah, but they just
and we had 7 in protection.
Yeah,
and they got blown up.
Yeah, now you look at Smoke. Okay, I don't know where he lines up, but he has no choice on this one but to turn in to the interior because he's so wide out. He has to come down inside and now turn his hips to pick up that block, and he can't.
I think VA needed to drop more.
Or just get the heck out of there.
Well, he needed to drop more. I mean, he let everyone think company kind of surround him.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was probably looking downfield and wanted to throw it quicker, right?
Yeah.
But I think that was covered.
That's not Smoke. That's Katoy coming down, right? He's coming up. He's waggling up to the line, and then he comes down to pick up the blitz.
Yeah,
Well, I
this
mean,
one's
I think
Katoy.
Smoke and Couture are
This is
both
Smoke.
there.
Yeah, but Smoke looks like he comes out for a pass, or because he doesn't try to take anybody on. But Katoy's coming in, so he can't score up to the block.
He's blocking the guy that's coming late, the halfback that's coming, or the linebacker that's coming late.
But I'm just saying, because he came from, he can't score up to him because he kind of has to come down on an angle.
Yeah.
But
And then
that's Smoke. Okay, Smoke doing that is not the reason for why Adams gets sacked.
Oh no! I'm just saying it's hard because I'm saying he didn't have a choice, but I realize that's not Smoke, that's Katoy, but he can't pick up that block properly because he has to come down. That's all I'm saying. I'm just making an observation.
What? Sorry, you're talking about Smoke or Katoy?
No, that's Katoy. Smoke is down here, I think.
So, which one are you talking about?
That's Katoy.
So you're talking about Katoy now?
Katoy.
I thought Katoy was Smoke, but that's Katoy on the C of the mosaic because he's got the white gloves
This
on.
is Katoy.
Yeah, see, if you see, he comes down to pick up that late guy, but he can't because he has to come down on an angle. He can't square up.
tough.
I'm just saying it's an observation, not saying it's the reason.
No, he can't. Yeah, he has to line up here, right? He can't line up because he needs the defense.
He's going to do the waggle, right?
So
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I thought that was Smoke turning in, but it's not. Smoke, I couldn't see. He's lined up to out, and now see Smoke's going out. I think to go out to.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were trying to get at. Anyways, but I mean that's not the reason. Okay.
No. The whole reason was we just got blown up.
Yeah, we got blown up. I mean,
by 4 guys.
Look at these 4 guys. When the moment the ball snap, they're like right off.
And they're coming at full tilt out of a set position.
Yeah, full speed from their stance there, and they just blow right past their guys, right? Their momentum takes them, and their guys.
They've got every one of our guys back on their heels
because of the momentum, and that's the energy. In fact, they're lining up almost 2 yards off the ball.
So they get one extra step of momentum.
So by the time they hit the guy, they're full speed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Saskatchewan scored how many straight points in a row, right? Like they scored 21 straight points, right? So a lot of momentum, 2 takeaways.
Yeah, actually, they are 2 yards. Right? They are 2 yards.
Yeah.
2 yards.
So yeah, they definitely got the momentum on their side, and obviously, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I think the reason they take that 2 yards, because you watch, when the ball is snapped, that O-line goes in automatically into their pass protection stance, which is more upright, right? And then you always kind of drop back. Well, they're already dropping back before those Saskatchewan guys hit them, and that's why they're able to get them back on their heels. So I think that 2 yards is coached into that. That's part of the strategy, I think.
Well, they know with the 2 yards, by the time they hit the line, they're going to be running full speed.
And the line guy, our O-line's already backed up half a step to get into pass blocking. And they're like, oh, this gap's too big. And all of a sudden now, like you said, they're coming full tilt, and you're already kind of backpedaling because that's what you're supposed to do in pass blocking.
Vernon needed it back up a bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think they're probably trying to go for like a sizable, because they're on the 42 and they're down, right? So I think they're trying to see if they can get to the 20 or the 15-yard line to, maybe get a shot for the end zone, right?
For a field goal or something at 17.
Well, they're on the 42, so it's already a 49-yard field goal. So I think they look like they wanted sizable yards because they brought in 7 to protect.
And it didn't help.
Well, Mr. Obvious, we know that it gets sacked.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you what BC's trying to do, right? You're saying they should go short, but by putting 7 in protection, they're going deep.
Yeah.
Right.
But
whether you agree with the play call or not, they were going to go deep. So.
And Saskatchewan knew that, and that's why they did this ball.
Well, they rushed 5. And 5 got through.
Because they lined up 2 yards off so they can run full speed.
Well, I mean, also I think at this point they wanted it more. And then the O-line needed to perform better.
Yeah.
Or the pass protection. We needed to perform better, especially at this juncture.
Yeah.
give the offense a chance to do something.
Yeah. But it's hard to stop someone when they're running full speed by the time they hit you.
Then everyone else should line up 2 or 3 yards downfield and then do it. But then you go, you know, I don't think everyone. I mean, are there other teams getting overrun like this?
Well,
like
if you're lining up 2 yards off the line, and it's a run play, you're gonna be killed. But if you know that it's gonna be a pass, then it gives you that momentum hitting the line of scrimmage. So they were gambling that it's gonna be a pass, and sure it was, right?
Yeah, but I really think that extra yard off the line causes the Lions O-line to take themselves out because they're that much more backing up, right? See, they're backing up as a concerted unit, an orchestrated unit. They're backing up in pass protection, and by the time Saskatchewan gets to them, they've backed up enough, and they're already upright, and they're already on their heels, so to speak, when those linemen of Saskatchewan hit them.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is if the D-line lines up like this, you change your blocking scheme. Instead of backing up, you take a step forward and you hit them, you know, ahead of the line of scrimmage, instead of backing up.
But you know, in pass protection, it's in their head. Like
I know
on the snap, half back. You know that count that old linemen do in the pass. And I think
they see that they're 2 yards off here. They see that they're not lined up as close as normal. So, and you know, if this happens next time, maybe an audible to say change your blocking scheme. Take a step forward, take their momentum out, right?
Or maybe they didn't know how to handle that extra yard off at that point. Maybe they're like, okay, we just pass block. That's what we're supposed to do. Is pass block, pass block, pass block.
Yeah.
Because they backed up perfectly like they're supposed to.
Yeah, this might be the first time they've seen it this season, right?
Yeah, could be. But I'm just wondering if the D coordinator called that, like line up an extra yard off the ball.
Roland, let's go to the next play.
Yeah.
We talked about the 2 yards for a while.
All right.
Let's go to the next play.
So, next play, you do this. Oh no, that's the same play.
Yeah.
Okay. Next play.
I think they were 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, but they only rushed 3 this time.
Yep.
Yeah, so they rushed 3.
And that was a good catch. And then they got 3 points.
It was, yeah. It was low, and he slid to the ground.
Yeah. And then that's perfect. And then contact was made, and then he's down by contact, and then the clock stops.
Enough time for a field goal.
Yeah, so we get a field goal here. And then these are the Q2 stats. If you look at the stats, you know it doesn't reflect the score at all. Right?
Well, what does is 3 turnovers and 17 points off turnovers.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean that affects it. But then you're only down 11, right? I mean at the half you're down 11. And that's in the CFL. That's still lots of time.
It's doable.
Still lots of time.
Yeah, and
with the offense that the explosivity we're supposed to have, very well said. I mean,
yeah. I mean, and then at the end of the game, they did have it.
Yep.
Right.
But unfortunately, our talent was not enough to overcome those early mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to that later, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, even when we were watching this game, we felt that it was still very doable.
Oh yeah.
At this point, it was not. Here, you were talking about Williams taking a beating. So this one here shows I guess a montage of the beating that he took. So.
Oh. Wow.
This. As you were saying, Greg, this sets the atmosphere. It sets the tone that we're gonna keep hitting you and we're gonna dominate you, right?
So that one I don't like because he grabbed him by the throat or like he choked, like did a clothesline and brought him back. So he's with the ball, he's going like this.
Yeah.
And his body's being pulled away from the ball because he said he's being
and then
bent over.
someone tackles the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I know because you know there's already got 2 guys on the ground and he can't be down by contact.
Nope, because he's not on the ground.
Yeah.
But like, isn't this forward progression stopped? I was hoping that maybe he grabbed a face mask, but I guess he just grabbed.
Yeah.
No, but I've noticed that lately in both leagues, there's been a lot more high tackles, like, not horse collar, but still around the neck and head area, and it's not being called. But to me, that's as dangerous as a horse collar or a face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
True.
Yeah, agreed. I mentioned, like you're a small guy. Why are you fighting for 1 or 2 yards? You're being surrounded by green. Like, secure the ball. I mean, we can talk about special teams, and I know Greg will love to talk about special teams. But I mean, he's already moved the ball up, and then if that's what he's coached, is just go forward and get as much as you can. Then I think you just protect the ball, go down. Again, why are you fighting?
Yeah, here's yeah.
Like why are you fighting? It's just go down. Like he ripped, like, okay, you slipped one tackle, and hey, great on you for like fighting for every inch, right?
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's every blade of grass, right? But I don't know. I don't know how smart that is.
I know, but it's tough. It's tough.
It's not smart. It's insane.
But it's tough to ask a player to say just go down, right? I mean, it's bred into them since they're playing football. At a young age, you fight for every inch, right? So if you want them,
but then there's
down,
2 lions there. They got to fight for that football.
Yeah.
Get that football.
But yeah.
But I think the guy just took it from him. Did it get knocked loose, or did he take it from him?
Well, no, it gets knocked out.
It popped loose. It popped loose. And then the guy, there's 2 riders, and then like 93's turned his back.
Yeah. So
right.
Because he figures the play's over. He's going to the sideline already.
Yeah, 32 is going for it now, but
it's too late. I mean, the other guys are diving in. I mean, he's looking at it.
Yeah.
And he sees Williams is twisted back, on his back, and some guy's tackling the ball.
Yeah.
Again, I think not mentally sharp. Maybe they lacked. I mean, obviously Saskatchewan wanted this more.
Yeah.
Right, and then they showed it. They showed it here. They wanted it more.
They did.
And they're battling.
Yeah. Except for 48, he wanted a helmet.
Oh yeah, he did, and he got it. He got 15 yards too.
That was bad.
Well, and at this point too, were we down, and maybe Williams is just trying to make a difference?
Maybe. That's why I don't hold it against him for fighting for every inch, right?
No, I don't hold it against him for fighting, but I hold it against him for always going into the crowd where there is more chance of this happening.
But he only had one arm on the ball.
Yeah.
Because, when you fight, you're fighting. But I'm just, because runners, they run with one hand. It's very, very rare you see a speed guy like this.
No, but while you're running.
But you're in the midst of contact here, right?
While you're running, but when you're about to make contact, at this point, put 2 hands, right? You're going to make contact.
Yeah. He's bracing, and there's.
Okay, so
and he has 2, I think.
Have 2 hands, yeah. Oh no,
and then he fought that one, and then this guy came over the top.
Yeah.
And I think.
And it might be a little hard to get 2 hands on the ball because you're being choked over, and one of the arms is underneath the arm that's around your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe maybe that was just a really good aggressive play by Saskatchewan.
It was, yeah.
And we just didn't answer their aggression.
Yeah.
When we have the chance to be the hammer to their nail,
exactly,
we weren't being I didn't see a lot. I saw more Saskatchewan hammering us than us hammering Saskatchewan.
Yes,
and that
right.
that cannot happen.
Like you saw it in
it's
Atlantic,
desire.
right?
It's desire. Like Roland says, especially on teams, it's desire. But something's got to change. I'm not going to go any further, but it's getting real tiresome seeing him run into a crowd. Because again, run outside where there's less chance of getting popped. And again, do what the coach says, get what you can, but there's less chance of being popped and there's less chance of being stripped when you're out there one-on-one or one-on-two with a corner guy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
We don't know. It might be the coach asking him to go in there because they're setting up the blocks and the coach says, go follow your blocks. So, we don't know.
But we've never seen any blocks in there. That's the thing. Yeah. But I'm not going any further. That's a dead horse that I've beaten with my hammer.
Yeah. Well, there was one guy who was trying to be the hammer, but unfortunately he was more like a missile. That was Edwards Cooper, right?
Yeah, a misguided missile.
Yeah. Okay, so we're
I don't mind him diving like that if his head's up, looking at the guy with his arms out. That's different.
Exactly.
But when you're diving like this and the guy's straight arms the back of your head, that's sad.
Yeah.
Let's cue up the next one there, Roland.
All right. So next one. So we're now in the third quarter. Most of the third quarter is just back and forth. Lots of 2 and outs on both sides. You know, maybe a first down here or there, but lots of punts. And then we get to this play here with 4 minutes 36 left. Saskatchewan has possession, and they make this play.
It's just,
Yeah, and again, that's to MLS. He was.
I
Really
mean, he made play. He made a play for his quarterback, and it was a poorly thrown ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Sales is doing, and then I don't know what Moj is doing.
Well, in seeing that again without the emotion of the what the hell happened, Sales went up in where he was covering, where he was on the field. He went up for the trajectory of the ball. It's just MLS just timed it and cut right in front of him.
Yeah.
Because Sales is at the max jump for his jumping ability to get that ball. MLS just out jumped him and just cut in front of him at the right time.
Yeah.
Because you can't expect, because Sales is already running that way. He can't change to run back to where MLS is coming from. And just.
Yeah.
That's a good play. I mean, hey,
it's a great
Saskatchewan, play. You know what? The Lions needed to make another catch to win the game, and we didn't get that catch, and Saskatchewan did.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. Are we talking about the catch that they got for the first down that was out of bounds? I'm just
no. Like the end zone chances to win the game,
yes.
right? And then this one, Saskatchewan got to get it to 31 points, which we never could match.
Yeah, and then our next possession. This happens in our next possession here, so we get sacked again. Snuffs out our drive.
Yeah, VA got to know those guys real well tonight.
So what happened? Did he hold on too long?
It's hard to say. We don't have the full. I mean, that's the one that Dean went around the edge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and.
Yeah. So.
But still, even if like. There's other guys too, right? It's not just Dean.
Exactly.
One guy. It's like 3 guys. This is.
Yeah.
Oh
yikes.
my lord!
So if you look, our O-line is just being manhandled here.
Yeah, and
Couture looks lost. Smoke tried to help. Oh,
and there's a
Lord.
hold. There's a hold.
Yeah, there's a hold there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so that was that.
It's not pretty, boys. It's not pretty.
Yeah, so the third quarter was I think our worst quarter. Then we get to the fourth quarter, kind of 1/3 into the fourth quarter, where the score's now 31-13. And let's take a look at this. So he rolls out, hits Hollins. So that's a 23-yard pass. And then same drive here.
Darts.
Yeah, Hollins again.
When he has time to throw, guess what happens, Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when he makes better decisions when he does have time to throw.
Yeah.
Every quarterback's like that. That's why we gotta get pressure on their opposing quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. And then so that was 30 yards. So 23, then 30 yards to Hollins. And then let's see this. So this was to McInnes.
Yeah, it's more McInnes playing DB.
Yeah. Should he have thrown the ball to someone else here? Like was
Yes.
this catchable by McInnes?
No way.
I mean, I know it's a 50-50 ball, but I mean, you threw it to their tallest DB. Like, so McInnes had to go over the top and just to knock it away.
Yeah, McInnes would have to either go over higher and pluck it out, or again flash in front, which he's not in position to do, like Emilus did on his touchdown.
Yeah, but again, as Saskatchewan made the plays.
Yep.
The Saskatchewan receivers made the plays, and the Lions were just one. Lions receivers just one play short.
Yeah.
And I think we were asking this question a lot, like in some of those plays, we were going over like, where was so and so? Where was the DB? Where was it?
But look, there's pending contact for Vernon Adams.
Yeah.
And he just threw it. Like, he couldn't push it forward, like one of your points before, right? He just had to throw it kind of
off his back foot
before he gets hit,
and then kind of sidearm. Like, he didn't even follow through. Like, he just. And I think he didn't get an A throw because he was just getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think if he goes overhand, it's blocked because I think there's a hand up. So he's trying to sidearm it around that arm, maybe.
Yeah. So it's not a perfect throw.
It's rushed.
Yeah, it's rushed because pressure got to him.
But
If that guy catches it, he might be gone for 6. Now we look at
But
it.
you see here. I think that's Hollins. He's asking for the ball.
Yeah.
With a guy right on him.
Well,
He's just
him.
he's trying to cut into the middle.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna be free in the middle, right?
He's asking for the ball here.
At this point, he's like, okay, McInnes, 50-50 ball. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah. He didn't have time to adjust because, like you said, the guy's about to.
Oh no, his feet are pointed to that corner. You're right.
Yeah.
He would have had to really torque it to get it to Hollins, and then that green guy would have really smoked him because then his body is really turned to try to get it to where Hollins wanted it.
Yeah. So anyway, then next play, this is what happens. So beautiful. So we do get 6 points there. So
They pick up the blitz enough.
and he gets the ball out quickly. So he's not hanging around
One
there.
step drop from that's.
And I think that's the key, right?
Yeah, to be decisive and I mean that's a good one. That's the 11-yard line. He's catching 10 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah.
So he's throwing off, say, the 20. So it's a 30-yard pass.
Yeah.
But see, this is like what, a 30, 20, 25-yard pass, 30-yard pass-ish?
30-yard pass. He's pretty much standing on the 19-yard line. It's 10 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah.
But the line of scrimmage is...
Is on the 11.
On the 11, okay.
So 20-yard pass from line of scrimmage.
But for the receivers, that's really only a 15 to 20-yard route, right?
It's 20-yard route.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it had, again, I'm talking hindsight. He got rid of the ball quick because it's a shorter development time for the route, right?
Yeah.
With the way Saskatchewan was coming, I think that's an adjustment that Maximic had to make. I don't know. Again, but good on us. It goes to your point where the OC, where you're outcoached. 100%, Greg.
Yeah.
What's the next play there, Roland?
All right. So then Saskatchewan gets the ball back. They end up punting it off, and then we get one pass to Hatcher for 22 yards. So that was pretty good. So it feels like Hatcher is back in the game at this point.
I think he got that touchdown and he got a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, and then we immediately after that we get this beautiful play here.
It's got to be Lucky.
Yeah. It's wide open.
Boom.
Got his man completely beat.
His stride looks pretty good. He looks healthy from a hamstring and an ankle.
Yeah. I mean,
when you're 15 yards free downfield and going into the end zone for a little jog. Yeah.
But this is what got him for, right? To burn the guys deep. And we see that
it's all those small little 5-yard passes, you keep, and then eventually he turns it up.
Yeah.
That's why they set it up that way.
Yeah. Then we set up for a 2-point conversion with Davis, which doesn't go well.
Got blown up again. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
So he had to cut in, right? Because he was going for the
He
pylon.
has to. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that bad block you were talking last night. Yeah.
McInnes again.
Yeah.
I don't think McInnes had a good game.
No.
Too many poor blocks.
Didn't block well.
And I think he could have made, if McInnes blocked to the, to his right.
Yeah. If he pushed him
then I think Davis can make that end zone.
But 11,
Davis beats Dean. You're saying McInnes pushed his guy further out to the corner where
Well, no, like he pushes him toward the main part of the line, right? But he let. So that 37 had to contain Davis to push him inside.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what McInnes had one job is to seal that edge.
Yeah.
Right, but if you look at this now, see McInnes is running out to his guy. Stop right there, Ro. Back it up a little bit. McInnes is running out to his guy, so there's no way he can get around to that guy's outside shoulder to seal it off. But I think, like you said, Arthur, if he took him here and pushed him to the top of our screen, then I think Davis still runs towards that corner and beats Dean. But because that guy beat McInnes and turned Davis in, Dean makes that hit. But I think Arthur is exactly 100% right. If McInnes kept pushing him outward, then the hole's big enough that Davis could have at least.
Well, I want him to push him to Perkins.
Yeah, but he took the wrong angle. It's not that he missed the ball; he took the wrong angle because that guy's going to McInnes' outside shoulder already. There's no way McInnes.
But McInnes needed to line up with him.
But I think is he not in motion?
No, he's behind.
Yeah, but
so he should have stayed there then.
You're saying McInnes should line up out here.
Yeah, and then push.
Then you have this whole big gap here.
Well, then you had to seal the end. You had to seal the end.
I know, but if you lined up here, then he's just gonna blow right through.
Yeah, because that guy takes his outside shoulder right away. Like McInnes has to run up to the guy. So maybe the Saskatchewan guy. But I'm just saying, like if what I thought Arthur meant was push him up to the top, then I think Davis gets through that hole.
Too. That could
that might work, but I think it was designed for Davis to
go all the way to the flag.
But one adjustment I think could have been better was if you look at Davis's trajectory, he goes out and then back in. But instead of doing that, if he just goes horizontal and
he couldn't because McInnes was in his way.
Yeah, and that guy broke in and grabbed his leg.
Moving forward. So now,
you're saying if he stays along the trajectory of that yellow line, the soccer line.
So then, by the time he makes contact with number 11, instead of making,
maybe he could fall for it. Maybe
contact here, the contact would be here, right?
Maybe, yeah.
So,
and I know Arthur you called for a backup. Like if that doesn't work, I think we were talking last night. You were calling there should be a backup.
Yeah,
well, maybe you have Cotoy going in, but where did Cotoy end up?
Because I think Hollins was free and clear, but he's way opposite. That means Davis would have to throw
Cotoy's on the ground. He pushes his guy, and then he falls on the ground.
Yeah, because I think they're supposed to.
He should release. He should release. Even McInnes should release.
Or Mackey, because Mackey's in there too, right?
Well, McInnes can't release. He's at the point of attack. He has to maintain that block.
Then okay,
no, but if he released there,
and you give him an offer. Like the guy's he's beat him, right? So, like look at where he is now. At least go to the end zone and let me give Davis a chance to just pop it to you.
Yeah, or if Davis is smart, or maybe the coach is like, hey, next time we get in the situation. If the end guy gets beat, release into the end zone, and it's up to the quarterback to stop and see it.
So what is McInnes going to do? He got beat to the outs. He got beat. So you might as well just what is he going to do? He can't grab him from behind. That's what she's trying to do. You might as well be useful and get in the end zone.
Yeah.
And then it's up to Davis to see that and drop back a little bit and toss it.
But actually, it's. I think this guy should release because this guy's going to be chasing. He's not going to get to Davis.
So but by that time
But I think Hollins is there, right?
Yeah, I think there should be 2 or 3 people releasing.
Hollins is running this way though. That's the problem.
Yeah, agreed.
But Hollins is a decoy, right? Hollins
because they thought maybe they might do a sweep or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, Hollins should actually just shoot up in there because no one's going to be watching him now. These guys Hollins would be wide open because they're all chasing Davis. If Davis stops and pops. Oh no! Sorry, I saw there's a green guy in the end zone. I didn't see that. There's a defender already back there.
It's okay. I mean, McInnes should just go.
McInnes should release now.
Yeah, and then he's wide open.
And then Davis keeps running to draw Dean in the blocker and then toss it to McInnes.
Yeah, it's just too predictable if he just stays there.
Yeah, he should run along the 5-yard line. He keeps some space between him and the guy that McInnes should have had.
Because then now McInnes is not releasing, then David has to get there with his legs.
But if,
right? He has no option.
If McInnes releases, then there's no possibility of Davis going in.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If McInnes releases, Davis continues along that line and tosses it to him.
I know, but then what I'm saying is then that's the play call. The play call is not for Davis.
No, yes, for him to go in, of course.
Well, McInnes to get the ball.
The play call is for him to have a block. But that guy completely beats McInnes.
So that should be the quote audible or the hot read, so to speak.
For McInnes, that's his plan B. If that guy completely beats you,
release.
Okay.
Then release.
Yeah.
Like at this point, what is he gonna do?
Yeah. So if that's the case, then this needs to be both of these need to be on the same page.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Coach that in there, like Arthur said.
Yeah.
If that end guy gets beat, then it's up to the quarterback to see him release, stop, and throw it.
Yeah.
It's just being a smart football player.
Yeah.
Like the guy completely beats me, and the quarterback's in trouble, and he's gonna get. Maybe he can get it on his legs, but look at where he is now. You might as well just release.
Right there, he should have released. Right here.
At this point, he's already totally beat.
Yeah. Release or do
you might as well
do
release.
what Greg says. Just take the guy's momentum and keep pushing him out.
Yeah, you got to do something, right? I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But the guy has already passed his. There's no way McInnes can turn properly now and do that. So, yeah, I agree with Arthur that you put that in there as the plan B, as the hot read, so to speak, or because.
But I think as McInnes, I mean, he's you've been around the game enough. You're like, okay, well, the guys beat me, and let me give the QB an option. Right,
because with Dean coming, McInnes can run to that corner. Dean's not going to catch him, right? If he releases now straight towards on the angle he's facing, like towards the top of our screen, Dominic Davis can easily hit him.
Yeah,
easily. Anyways, but
all right.
Other question though, is he eligible being up there on the line like that? Is he eligible? Oh yeah, he'd be a tight end, right?
Yeah, he lined up as a slot.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't get 2 points. They get the ball back. It's a 2 and out. But I want to show you this because even with the 2 and out, we had opportunities to actually get
This is 6 minutes left. A 5-point game.
Yeah, 2 and out.
Like Arthur says, that's an eternity in the CFL.
It is.
But a 2 and out. But let's take a look at these 2 and outs. So this was the first. It went right through.
They needed that takeaway.
Yeah, that was
they needed that takeaway.
Went right through TJ Lee's hands.
Yeah, I hit his helmet. Did it? No, almost.
Almost, but right through his hands here. So
he's right at the highest point of the ball too.
Had that been a takeaway, might have been a different outcome. So
because you're at midfield already.
Yeah. So then 2nd and 10, and then this happens. So not as clear cut as TJ Lee, but it bounces off the receiver's fingertips. The combo jumps up, but
what's he doing though? Like, is he easy? Like,
I don't know why.
Should he go to the receiver? Like.
Yeah, he shouldn't be there. He should be, defending the receiver. But
yeah, I mean, maybe he's thinking that he's gonna get the ball, and then the Saskatchewan receiver just puts his hands up. Yeah, as he tips it. Yeah, so maybe Lacombo was trying to get the interception.
And he was already jumping it to the trajectory of the ball. Thinking the guy misses it, I'm going to get it, and then the guy
does he need to jump?
The receiver?
No, Lacombo.
Well, maybe he thinks it's over the receiver's hand, so he's jumping to get it at the highest point. I don't know.
Yeah.
The receiver jumped. Yeah, the receiver jumped just to knock it in a different position.
Yeah. So
but I mean, Lacombo is like 6 yards further.
I think the receiver's jumping to try to make the catch, and Lacombo didn't think he was going to touch it. Because if you play that, Lacombo's already in the jump when you froze the film, right?
I just don't think he needed to jump.
Lacombo?
Yeah, Lacombo didn't need to jump. Like, the ball was coming to him. I don't know why is he jumping. And if anything, he jumped late.
Yeah, hard to say.
He's jumping now.
No, I think he's jumping now in the free. Like, I think he's starting because I think he doesn't think the receiver's going to touch it.
But
That's
like,
my
why does he
guess.
need to jump? Like, like it's not like he's right beside the receiver. He's 6 yards downfield.
True. But the question is, why is he here? Shouldn't he be defending the receiver closer?
He should. Yeah.
Well, maybe he's going to wait till the guy makes a catch and close on him because the guy's in the air. He's coming, and he's going to close on him at 4 or 5 yards. Maybe that we don't know. But again, if he's already jumping, maybe he's thinking he's going to. Like Arthur said, maybe he got a late break on the ball. We can't see the beginning of this frame.
Not mentally sharp. And if he's on the ground, if he's feet on the ground, he's a better chance at catching a deflected ball.
Because then he takes a step to his left and it's there.
He can do it whatever he wants, but now he's in the air. He's kind of suspended in air. You can't do anything.
No different than like the torpedo tackle. Your head down, suspended in that horizontal dive.
Just not mentally sharp. And it's hard to see. Like in this angle, I don't know. But anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's a 2 and out. We get the ball back. Hatcher makes another good play, 20 yards. I won't show that. And then here's one that I want to show. So after that play,
is that target number 7?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Rewind that play. Lucky on the sideline. It's underthrown for 3-5 yards.
Yeah.
Marshall made a good play. He's a good corner.
Yeah. So.
And if it was Rhymes would have caught the bobble. Rhymes is a bit taller.
Yeah. So he could have caught.
Well, I think Lucky's kind of diving, thinking because Lucky's already going down, isn't he? I think.
Well, I mean, like Marshall tips it here with his right hand, and then he juggles it with his left.
And does Lucky just lose balance, or does he dive thinking where it's going?
He's still in stride, but he's like, okay, hits Marshall's right hand, hits Marshall's left hand. Like, where's this ball going?
Yeah,
and then it goes back down to where he was, but he's just not tall enough to make the catch.
I don't know if it's
I think he tipped it because maybe his arms aren't long enough. I can't see from this.
Yeah, I mean you don't. It's just hard, right?
It's so fast.
It's so fast. It's hard to say.
He doesn't know whether he's supposed to tackle Marshall or and then Marshall doesn't get the ball. Now it's heading his way. He's trying to make the catch, but
it almost looks like he was on his knees and then launched off his knees because it went from the second tip. Like, okay, there's the first tip. I get it. Oh no, second, and then.
So maybe he thought if it was only the first tip, he can cut back and take it. But Marshall actually hit it with his left hand.
Yeah.
Good play by Marshall. Again, just seemed like most of the night, Saskatchewan wanted it more, and they made plays. They made much more plays than the Lions.
Well, this was underthrown too. If the ball if the ball was here, I think Lucky got that.
Exactly, I agree.
So,
but was anybody in Adams' face yet again?
Well, maybe that was the case.
Yeah, maybe I don't have that footage. So, but had this if this were a touchdown, then I think we would have won the game.
Yeah. Well, I got to be honest. I remember saying to you guys, I gave the Lions a very slight chance based on the ebbs and flows, the momentum they gave away to Saskatchewan and the crowd and everything else. I gave them a very slim chance.
1%, I recall, right?
That's the slim chance. That's right. Yeah.
So, that's the slimmest you can get, right?
There you go, Lions Legion. I had written them off just based on their lack of desire, their lack of execution, their lack of everything I talked about in the intro. But when that last touchdown was scored, like when we got it within 5, I'm thinking, you know what, Arthur, my brother, he's right. That's a long time, 6 minutes, down 5. Maybe Vernon can gut it out because he's showing every iota, every ounce of leadership that he's got in him. He is leaving it on the field. He's bleeding leadership all over the place.
We're gonna get to Vernon later.
Yeah, but I honestly thought we had it. I started thinking, hey, you know what? I'm going to eat crow. I'm going to be wrong. They're going to win this.
Yeah.
We'll get into more VA in the passion corner. Yeah.
So this we're almost done here. So this is I think this was the key drive up to now we saw in the fourth quarter there were a few plays that had we made it, the interception by TJ Lee, this last touchdown, possible touchdown by Whitehead. Had we made those plays, it might have been different. But then. But we got them on a 2 and out, and then we got the ball back. So this was a do or die, right? At this point. So we have a couple completes. We have a rush, and then
No, it's 2nd and 10
yeah, and then we get to here.
on the Saskatchewan 37. Let's roll it.
Yeah. So he makes what, 9 yards there, almost.
Yeah.
But there was a flag on, our friend, Mr. Perkins. So it's minus 10. So we went from to this 47-yard line. So then the next play, this is the next play here. So 2nd and 20, we get half the yards, but they take a penalty. So this time,
Roughing the passer.
yeah, this time it's linear roughing the passer. So it's kind of evening out. Okay, and then this is the next play here.
I honestly thought we were going to get a touchdown on this drive. I really did.
We needed you to be a doubter still, Greg.
So next play here.
Lots of time. Just let him a touch overthrown.
Just a little bit overthrown, and here's.
I think it's like a 33 yards pass from the line of scrimmage and just a tad overthrown.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, again, this is like what I've been saying is Saskatchewan receivers are making plays, and the Lions receivers were just one play short.
Yeah.
Inches.
Could Hatcher have made a play here? You think?
I think if it was Rhymes is a touchdown.
Yeah, but Hatcher. So
If he dives here, like if he left his feet and extended,
I
maybe.
think Hatcher is banged up, right? He's still banged up, and he was a little banged up in near the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So he's playing hurt. So kudos to him. But yeah, I think if it was Rhymes, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, they were both hurt, right? Adams and Hatcher. Yeah. So.
Question: does Burnham make that catch?
Oh yeah. Because Burnham's just a taller guy.
Yeah.
Burnham's
Is he that much taller than Hatcher?
He looks taller.
Brian Burnham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks taller.
Well, last week we said, and we actually posted on social media, is Hatcher the next Burnham?
Well, he'll have to.
He's got to make some more catches. I honestly think if he left his feet, he might make this catch because he's got enough room to dive. Like if he left his feet, because here he's in stride, so he can't reach. But if he's horizontal, if he dives right there, just before the ball gets it, then the ball's maybe hitting him in mid forearm.
Just all he needed was a couple inches, and then
or just a touch more loft for VA or a shorter throw. Yeah. I mean, again, it's a fairly good throw, all things considered, but.
Because when you're extended like that, it's hard to run under that ball now, right?
They needed just a little bit more execution. Now, maybe like a half second more on pass protection, and just a little bit better throw or a little bit of better catch. Like something just needed to. Like execution was just a little off.
Yeah, that's 3 inches too far.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, the dive might have given him the 3 inches there.
Yeah, because I think his tips of his fingers are not quite at the laces of that ball. 3 more inches, he's got his fingers around that ball if he dove.
Yeah. So anyway, we do get a field goal here. So we're within two points. They get the ball back. They have a rush, a complete pass, a rush. They take a penalty. This penalty was a gift, right? Actually, do I have it? No, I don't have it.
That was the time count.
That was the time count. They took a time count penalty. Unbelievable. they're leading. They're in their own home field, and they take a time count penalty. So that was a gift to us. So this was our final drive, and
it's the Perkins horror show.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I know.
It's gonna be nightmares. For him.
I know. Yeah. Let's cue that up.
He's got beat.
Yeah,
then he holds.
He's beat.
just like it was beat like great.
Yeah.
Like it was badly beat.
So.
And the guy went inside him too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So kudos on Lanier, that just taking it up an extra gear, knowing that the game's on the line here.
Yeah.
Perkins is desperate, and nothing he can do except hold. So it takes a 10-yard penalty here, and then
Yet they still get a sack, I think, or an incompletion. Somebody else gets to Vernon anyway. So if he didn't take the hold, it's still an incomplete pass, but at least it's second and 10 or something, right?
Yeah. So
second and 10 might be better than first and 20 in hindsight.
Yeah, true. So next play is this. First and 20 to Hatcher.
That's tunnel vision.
That's
Yeah.
That one was like a badly thrown ball. If he actually caught it, he would have got smoked.
He did get smoked.
And he gets smoked.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was not a great throw. Now, like his prediction was okay, right?
But props to Hatcher for laying out and sacrificing because
exactly.
he knew he was going to get smacked, but this is do or die time.
Protection was not bad here. I mean, he was able to lean into the throw. But bad read though.
There had to be somebody else. That's double coverage. Is anybody else a little more open than that? We can't tell.
Well, I mean, you had the short guy. You had zone zone in the middle. So,
but I think Arthur's right. It's tunnel vision because the next play he goes back to Hatcher.
Whoa, go back a bit. Did Katoy release and then was in a running and there was nobody picking him up that I can see?
He's in the top, right?
No, Katoy's at the bottom here. Like down here. Right here, Katoy's running. He hits that line and
second and 20.
Second and 20 though. Second and 20.
He's gonna go to this go-to guy.
Yeah, Katoy's
and maybe if the throw was a little lower and better, he'd get most of that yardage back. And then it's like or maybe he gets it all. But he looks like if he threw it and Hatcher catches it with like 2 yards to go, then maybe he fights for it and you have a third down gamble.
Yeah.
But he went for it all.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Maybe if he hits Katoy gets 12 or 15. I don't know.
I think we're the X's. You throw to the X, you give Hatcher a chance to catch it and then make a play. But you went for it all. Like, or it was just poorly thrown, maybe a lot of pressure. I don't know, but he's being hit, right? And he's been hit a lot. And then there was some pressure. There was some green right to the side of him.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, because that guy turn his back once the ball's there? This guy right here on the mosaic side, the defender, because I really think Katoy might have caught it and run up and got some sufficient yardage as well.
Well,
we'll see.
I think if Katoy caught it, at most he would get half the yardage, 10 yards, right?
Yeah.
Because this guy turns around and goes back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think if VA throws the ball better, I think Hatcher catches that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and then he gets 18 to 19 yards.
Yeah, you make a good point. Make the catch as opposed to the first down, and then even if he doesn't make the first down, you're third and short, right?
Yeah, and it's your 3-down football.
Yeah.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your
you
3-down
only need
football.
a few more yards. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just I think it's a poorly thrown.
Yeah. It was, but the pressure is
He
there.
threw it into the contact.
Yeah, it's just you don't give him a chance.
Yeah. So that's not PI. Hatcher's calling for it.
But that should have almost been objectionable conduct. Yep.
Yeah.
Both guys come and taunt him?
Yeah. I mean,
that's I don't know. But anyway, sour grapes it is.
Yeah.
sour grapes. So, we thought that the refs favored Saskatchewan on most of the 50-50 calls.
Yeah.
Well, last I checked, when you go out of bounds, the clock stops. But we noticed a few times during the game that clock's still going.
Well,
anyway.
that's the home field advantage, buddy. When you're ahead.
That doesn't happen at BC Place.
Last play of the drive. Last play of the drive here. 3rd and 20. This desperation time.
blown.
And sack.
Yeah. So didn't even get a chance to get the ball out.
That's very disappointing. Like
it is.
Vernon's like, oh come on, just give me a chance, right?
Yeah.
Like, and no, they're rushing 5, and you have 6 back there.
Yeah, 4. Oh yeah, 4. The 5th one was kind of late. But
Well, no, there was already 3 in the backfield and 2 in the beginning of the line,
There's already 3 in the backfield.
and then so they're rushing 5 and 1 spying,
Yeah.
and you have 6 in protection,
yeah. But
and
Perkins,
it's
you know,
like,
Perkins
how many
got beat
seconds
too.
did he have? I mean, they're trying to get 20 yards, right?
Yeah.
So
And again, you need routes to develop to get that 20 yards. He needs
Yeah.
5, 6. He needs 6 or 7 seconds.
Exactly.
like he had like people have at least do like a curl or something, right? And then or crisscross, like a crossing pattern.
And again, are they 2 yards off that ball?
Yeah, a yard and a half a bit.
Yard now? Okay.
But yeah, they knew. They got their ears pinned. They know that
they know they're
we're not going to
passing
give them
yard.
time. And
Hey, you have a chance now. You're up by 2. You gotta sack them, right? You give them a first down, whatever, and it's 3rd and 20.
yeah,
So they know they have to throw deep. So their ears are pinned, right?
Yeah. And-
But this is the game right here.
Exactly.
If the BC gets a first down, they're at midfield,
yeah.
and then it's like they're
You know what? They're on the what? They're 34?
32. 32.
Well, that's almost where Saskatchewan was at a 1st and 20, right? If he had gotten the time that again, if the O-line made the play that Saskatchewan O-lines did on their 1st and 20, maybe you're right. They're at midfield or further.
Well, that's the game, right? Like first and 20, same field position.
Yeah.
Dolegala was able to make that play. BC rushed 3,
Yeah.
and now you rush. I mean, hey, they couldn't handle the pass rush. Now
No.
they knew like they're exploiting, unfortunately, Mr. Perkins.
Yeah. Well,
They're exploiting everything.
Yeah,
It's not
I mean-
just Mr. Perkins.
Well, I mean, okay, if Lanier was blocked,
Yep.
who else is imminently getting to VA?
Derry Dean.
Where?
They're on this one or on this. Are you
This
talking
one,
again?
this play, this play right here.
They're exploiting Perkins. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking game wise.
No, this play
Yeah,
right
this
here.
play,
Who is imminent gonna hit VA?
Yeah. This play,
90.
if Lanier is
Locked
blocked,
up.
then Mizell will take this. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
and then
free up.
there's a pocket for VA.
Yeah.
What about that guy that's on that? I think Smoke's kind of bending down in front of.
So
Well, he's gonna
Mizell
engage him.
Is trying to engage this guy because he's seen that he's free.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
if-
then the guy that I thought you were marking that's free. Does
This
he?
guy?
Oh no, because I think Couture's reaching to him. Maybe I can't see.
this guy is free. So
But
if,
then Smoke is gonna take him.
yeah, Smoke would take
Okay,
him.
if Smoke takes him, then that other guy that Smoke's engaged with hits VA, unless VA steps up and.
Well,
This
that's
guy?
what he's gonna step up into the pocket.
This guy's going to be pushed back.
Yeah, he's gonna be pushed out. He's not imminently gonna hit VA.
No, but who pushes him back? If you say Smoke's going to engage
No,
with
no,
this guy
there's,
to his left.
There's someone there.
The left
There's someone
tackle.
there.
The left
Yeah,
tackle.
there's two lions there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I know you have a small screen. Yeah, it's 2 lions
the
there.
left tackle. I think.
Yeah, you see.
Oh,
You
there
see?
now I can see. Yeah, okay, now I can see. All right.
So yeah, this is a do or die, and we didn't do.
We died, or we didn't.
Well, I mean,
Do or die, we didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
We'll get more in the passion corner.
yeah. So anyway, that's the game. It was a painful game, but lots that we wanted to talk about. Things that went wrong, things that could have gone our way and could have changed the outcome. But it just didn't go our way. Hopefully, as I said, we learn how to battle through adversity, and next time we'll come out on top. Right? All right. So Greg, passion corner.
Passion corner.
All right, take it away.
And let's hope I bring a little more passion and desire than some of those plays were brought by them.
Okay, take it away.
Leo's Legion, here we are, Passion Corner, props and poops, and wow, plenty of poop to go around, but I'm going to be generous and just hand out a couple. First, we're going to talk about the props though. Props to Alexander Hollins. I'll tell you what, he had a great game. I think it was 161 yards. Pretty much a game like Hatcher had a week ago against Calgary. But props to you, Alexander Hollins, for stepping up. Second-year guy. and you're filling the shoes the way we're hoping. So good on you, Alexander Hollins. Second prop point to our guy, number 7, Lucky Whitehead. I believe Arthur told me he was targeted 7 times.
Yes.
7 targets to number 7. We got a 7. So we're going to maintain that on 3 down bros here. 7 equals 7. So keep targeting Lucky. Good things happen as proven in this game. Should have targeted him more. Now comes to the poop. And there was, well, that was obvious on that last play that we looked at before passing corner. I got to hand out poop to Mr. Perkins. I was going to make a pun with the last name, but no, you know what? Wasn't all on him. Just the timing of his penalties were the worst time and the worst type of penalty to take. Holding calls when we needed to march the ball. And you know what? Like I said, it's not all on Perkins. I have to give poop to the offensive coordinator. You know, we talked about intensity. We talked about desire. Well, coaches, you can't bring the physicality, but you can bring the schemes and you can bring the adjustment. And I'm sorry, Kelly Bates, you needed to scheme away from whatever it was they were exploiting and leaving Perkins to hang out there to dry. So, you know what? First time I'm handing it to a coordinator, I think, after RP not making adjustments, but got to do better, coach. And for some honorable and dishonorable mentions, honorable mention has to go to special teams coverage. They have been on an upward trajectory since Benavides took over, and Mario Alford, Super Mario, second time they've kept him in check, because you know what, the way the momentum was going, the last thing we needed to do was give up a return, and we didn't. But my dishonorable mention, again, it's a sore point with me, has got to go to, I'm going to say it's a tie between the team's returns when we needed something to wrestle that momentum back, but it's also got to go to the coordinators and the coaches for not making the adjustments as we needed to throughout the game, because there were so many weaknesses shown in the O-line, the D-line. We needed to make some adjustments. So let's hope we can hand out nothing but prop points next week, because again, we got to get this thing back. We got to get back in the win column. We got to protect Mr. Adams, because that is my last honorable mention is VA. I'm calling you lead the way, VA, because you exemplified guts, blood, sweat as a leader. You gutted it out with an injury. You gave everything you had, everything you even took the bullet post game for all the gaffes the rest of the team made. Props, honorable mention, and everything to you, VA. You're our guy.
I for me, like Vernon, what a warrior, and you know, like with Nate Rourke going to the NFL, you know, everyone's like, oh no, what's gonna happen? So, what this game showed me is you know, VA's capable of, although we're getting smacked around out there, but he almost willed this comeback. He had some throws, like I was saying, that he missed on, but he still threw for 455. And he had he had an interception, he had a fumble, 3 touchdowns. So, you know, he had a good game, not a great game. If he had a great game, they win. He had a good game. Yeah. They almost won. He just needed a touch or two better on a couple of throws, and then, you know, they would have won, or even just really one throw. But what I loved about him is, like what Greg, you mentioned, the post-game presser. Yeah. He took the bullet. Yeah. You know, other quarterbacks might have thrown, you know, members of the offensive line under the bus.
There's lots of people that he could have blamed, but he didn't.
Yeah. Like he took it. He took the bullet, and he goes, you know, I got to be better. Man, look at the stats. But then, you know, and then he took a beating. He had a Charlie horse. He came back. Yeah. He gutted it out. And he left it all online. And this is someone, you know, like, if you can find a silver lining, is they have a quarterback. If they can keep healthy, when it gets to a big game, he can be a difference maker. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I bet you know when he came in after that one drive by Davis, and then on the last play of that drive he came back in. I bet you it was him who was saying, "Coach, I'm going in."
Yeah, it's tough putting Dom Davis in a 2nd and 27.
Yeah.
This game showed us tough putting Dom Davis in a 2-point conversion from the 1.
I mean, we didn't even talk about the 3rd down gamble.
No, we didn't. And but going back to VA, like you said, everybody's wondering what are we going to do without Nathan, right? I mean, Vernon comes in here as a backup, and I was a pundit. I will say, big play VA. I was calling him no play VA, and Arthur, you stood by him. And and Vernon and you, but more so Vernon, changed my tune to win the day VA. And you know what? With all that circling him here, and then Rourke coming back and taking them to the Western Final, and Vernon having to take a back seat because he did his job. He backed up Rourke, guided the bus. But who's the first guy that was there to console Nathan Rourke? That was Vernon Adams.
Yeah.
He was right there for Burnham. He was right there for Rourke. And then the offseason, he takes those receivers down and works with every single one of them, the starters and the draft picks. And then amidst all that, what's going to happen? We don't have Nathan Rourke anymore. Can we do it with Vernon Adams? Amidst all that, he still leads by example. He puts all that aside, drowns out all the naysayers, and he just goes about his business. A man of faith he is, and I give him full props for that too. He stands by his faith, he walks by his faith, and he lets his faith lead him to where he's got to go. And I think I absolutely agree with you. If we get there, he's the guy. But unfortunately, he didn't have enough players around him making plays for him and the team like the Riders did that afternoon. So
and if they had turned the corner just a little bit earlier, they might have won the game too.
And I think Bet said that in the post game. We didn't get the start we wanted to. But going back to VA, if I have to find one little thing to pick on, and I'm looking right at you, VA, and I'm looking right at you, number 7, VA, you got to target number 7 more. Jordan McSimic, you got to scheme number 7 into the game plan more. We were going with the numerology of 3s. Bad things come in 3s. Well, good things come not only in the 3-down bros, but good things come when you get 3 7s, right? Slot machine, you get 3 7s, it's a jackpot. You targeted number 7 times to 7, you got a 7. Keep it rolling. Yeah. Well, we need Lucky Whitehead.
Lucky could have had 3 touchdowns. There were 2 plays that could have been touchdowns. 2 other plays, right? On top of the one that he had. So.
Well, we predicted the floodgates are going to open for Lucky. I'm still standing by that prediction. Keep feeding him the gummy bears.
Yeah.
Good things will happen.
All right. So quickly now, talking about predictions, thoughts on the next game, Hamilton.
Boy, I mean, I had the Lions winning 17 by 17 in Regina. I don't look very good right now.
Well, your 17 prediction came true. 17 points off of turnovers, so there was a 17 in there if we're going to play the numbers.
And I think I said I thought Lucky was going to get 10 targets and get 2 touchdowns.
Well, 7 targets and 1 touchdown, still pretty good.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
Almost 3.
Almost 3.
So.
Yeah. I think that it's Hamilton at BC.
Yeah.
And if I look at the schedule after they had a bye in week 6, BC's played 3 road games, 2 home games, and it looks like they are just needing to get to that bye. They have Hamilton. They're Hamilton at home, and then they go to Montreal, and then they got a bye. So they're kind of like needing this bye. There's some banged up bodies. They need Woody Barron back in the middle. That's pretty important.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because BC's at home and they're 4-0 at home, I'm thinking a 14-point victory against Hamilton.
14.
Hamilton is coming in with their number 3 quarterback.
Oh no.
Better not take.
Oh, sorry, did I say 3s again? I think that's right. Bo Levi, Matthew Schultz, and this other guy. So hey, defense, time to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
That pass rush, fix it. Maybe 2 yards off the line. Maybe work it into practice this week. We don't know. but something's got to be done to shore it up, because if you get gashed for 300 plus yards by a third string quarterback, don't think it can't happen again if you take it lightly.
Yeah.
The desire, or like I said, after that Winnipeg loss, the X factor needs to be there. And Roland, you called it fighting through adversity. We called it intensity. We called it desire. But again, like Rick Campbell said in the All Access, be pissed off at yourself, be pissed off at each other. But let's go on to the next one. We got to flush this one, and we got to be ready for Hamilton. They got a good returner, right? But my faith is I'm sold. My faith is in the coverage team of the special teams.
Yeah.
We got to fix that return game, because, I'm sure Hamilton's going to be punting a lot. If the D brings it, Hamilton will be punting. We need to do something different on the returns. No more of this insanity.
Yeah. And
whether it's the blocking, the scheming, the return reading, I don't know. It's got to be fixed.
Yeah.
Offense, I think will be good at home.
Yeah.
I really do. Home cooking, home bed.
Score points. Any thoughts or predictions on point spread?
Arthur, what did you say, 14?
You said 14, yeah.
I'm going to say 13. No, I'm going to go with a couple field goals and touchdown.
All right. I'm going to go 17. I'll take your 17, Arthur. I'll go 17. And I'm going to say at least one sack by Betts. I think he's getting back in the groove.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I go out and I'm going to say at least one pick by the D.
Okay.
One pick.
Peters?
No, I'm going to go with my man, because he had such a horrible game. I'm going to go with Mr. number 29, Jalen Edwards. I think he's going to get a pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think to a man in this room, our 3 down bros, our man Lucky is going to have another good game.
Yeah.
7 equals 7s.
All right. Okay. There you go. All right. So I think that's all the time we have for this episode. If you're watching this, thanks for staying with us, and let us know your thoughts and comments. What you think of our predictions, what you think of our analysis, and also let us know what you would like to see, what you like in terms of what we do, and if there are things that we're not doing that you would like us to do, let us know too. We'd love to hear from you. All right. Take care,
Great show, guys. Have a good night.
Okay. See you next
Go
time.
Lions.
All right.
Go Lions. Leo's Legion.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.